fucking do it to me, all right? Just finish it. Finish the job, Lord. You started it with this, now finish it.
Oh, just hurry up and end it.
Hi.
Dragging it out. Hey!
Welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Oh, Grindhouse Movie Club, everybody.
Yeah, so happy to be here.
Just stoked, elated.
Good morning.
Morning.
Listeners. Yeah, I hope you're up early and just getting there done today.
Oh my word, you just went further north with your throat as time went on there, as the sentence progressed.
That's what they call me, North Throat. That's what they called me in prison.
Because you start at the top and you work your way down?
Nah, just the opposite.
Well, you're traveling north.
Yeah.
You start at the base and then you hit the peak.
That's
like
right.
Climbing Everest.
That's right. I summit the tip.
Yeah. Summit.
Jesus Christ. I'm full of illness, I think.
That's unfortunate if so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get 2 days worth of torrential fucking blizzard and suddenly the body don't feel so good.
Well, yeah, no, when you spend 40% of your day out there just shoveling.
Yeah.
To no end.
Yeah.
You turn around and it's just shovel again.
Yep.
You know?
It's like a possessed doll. You put it in the chair and then you blink and it's at your feet.
That's
looking
right.
up or something.
That's right. You just got to put it in a glass chamber and just lock that shit, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Lock that cabinet up.
And also your name has to be Ed or Lorraine.
And then their last name wasn't Bobbitt, was it?
No.
That's the guy who lost his ding-a-ling.
Yeah, well, it got reattached. It's just,
Why?
I mean, it's never going to be the same again.
Yeah, exactly. Just like, fuck it. Just, just take pictures and show it to people. Like, this is what happens. Don't do it.
So apparently, there were some people who were interested in pornography involving this man after the event. Probably just to see what it looked like. Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
It's like going to the circus.
It's gonna be pretty fucking boring to watch. Just a fucking Ken doll slamming around down there.
Well, I mean, if it probably looks like, you know when you put a sock in the dryer and then one of the little tendrils gets caught? So when you pull it out, like the halfway down the sock is like choked? It probably looks like that.
I've never had that issue.
You've never had that?
No,
I'm trying to think of another example that makes sense.
I just picture like a clean break, you know?
It probably looks like a loaf of bread with a twist tie on it.
That seems like
like it just goes down to a fixed point that's much narrower because of the damage, and then it flares out.
Right, because you're okay because they reattached it. I'm still picturing just
nothing.
Just nothing.
Just a big fat sack of. Well, I'm sure it was like a nub.
I mean, I would just be like, make it better, you know. This is your chance.
Make it, yeah.
This is your one chance to.
$6 million man, my shit.
Yeah.
I want you to build it stronger.
You can rebuild it. You have the technology. I seen all those popsicle sticks you keep in that container.
Make it spin.
Make it always hard.
Make it always hard
and dangerous.
That sounds like a nuisance.
I want to thrill people, you know.
When I tell people I have the hammer, I want it to be a fact.
You want it to be a mace?
Yeah, a morning star with a chain hanging down.
When I tell people, I've got a monster penis. I want the facts to back that up.
I want to take my pants off and they're terrified.
Yeah. What is that? It's my penis.
Ugh, I know, right?
There's nothing funny about this. This is just life.
There's nothing funny about it. Welcome to the podcast, everyone. Once again, second welcome there, because you talk about penis and suddenly your brain goes elsewhere.
Yeah. Hey, you know, as it does at 6 p.m. somewhere.
Yeah.
Right here. Right now.
Right here and now, despite the fact that you said good morning.
Yeah, that's right. I really threw you off there. And it's 6 p.m. in December, so it's midnight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's pitch black.
Yeah. I don't know how you found your way here without your candle lights, but glad you're here.
Yeah. A couple lanterns in your backpack.
Did you, is there like a...
Cast an illumination spell? Oh, your antivirus is here to deliver some news.
I'm really glad that's popped up.
Man, you want to hear about package scams from Avast?
Yeah, you know, they've really proven themselves to be good.
I like that they do the pop-up and the X is on one side, and then when you go to the window, the X is on the other side just so that you misclick on purpose.
That's right.
It's almost malware. Almost.
They get you. It's a little, it keeps you on your toes.
But I tell you, Chinese people can't get into my computer, so that's all that matters to me.
Is that what they're like? I'm not paying them. Is that what they're doing?
They're making it so that Chinese people aren't allowed, and they try to get in, and Avast is like, nope.
Well, look, it's not like
Papers?
I don't want them in. It's just it's not like that. Like it's like just ask, you know.
I mean, I don't want them in to do things like have my debit card.
I mean, but if they need in, just like, you know, take your shoes off at the door. What are you doing?
Ring the bell.
Exactly.
And now, also, give me some forward warning, because I'll tell you, I hate the pop in. We don't do the pop in around here.
No, we don't.
I don't care if you're friend, family, a Jehovah's Witness. I need to know in advance.
Confirm with me in the morning, and we'll make plans for the afternoon.
That's right.
Well, yeah, that's Grindhouse Movie Club. That's just
all
our
right,
motto,
man.
you know?
Yeah. Oh, good time. We'll see you next week.
Yep, that's that. All right, well, it's about all you're really going to get out of this podcast anyway.
I'll tell you.
1,000 fucks coming in here.
If we had stopped right then, the podcast would probably be better than the continuation that's about to happen.
Yeah, this is like your choice right now. But I leave it up to you.
You could sit here and listen to hours of discussion about the film this week, or you could do literally anything else.
yeah. Sit this one out I mean, oh boy, I'm sure you're already like with the title. You're probably tempted right in.
How could you not be?
But this is Grindhouse Movie Club, and we're gonna tell you exactly how it is.
Yeah. I'm not gonna sugar this coat.
Yeah. Oh no. First, we're gonna tell you to go to grindhousemovie.club. And also
go right there.
Go to patreon.com/darkroastcult. Shout out to the Patreons there, and then also just go to darkroastcult.com, and then is that it? I joined the Discord. That's the
the Discord.
Too.
There's a good one. Yeah.
So yeah, no, okay. See you later, guys. Thanks for listening. It's been a great podcast so far, and
we'd like to keep it that way. So
yep.
I'm gonna go home.
And you can absolutely just pretend like I didn't spend 5 hours last night.
Oh, that's not even an exaggeration, because it took me about that long as well. And it was not for it was mostly having to stop.
Because you had better things to do.
Yeah, like
better things to do
stand
came
and
up.
breathe elsewhere.
Having just catastrophic diarrhea.
I didn't have that.
Cook your chicken all the way through.
Do that. Definitely.
All better things to do than watching this fucking movie.
Oh boy. And what movie?
Yeah, let's not even
dare I inquire.
I don't even want to pussyfoot around, Jay. Like we're having a fucking fantastic day, you know? We're here for business.
That's right.
And this business is in no way even adjacent to pleasure.
No.
This is around the corner through another corridor.
This is the exact reason why they specify one or the other at the border.
That's right. They got to know which stamp to stamp in your little notebook.
You just call the passport a little notebook. Hilarious. Nobody had better be writing in there.
Dying. Well, I'll tell you what. Look.
Yeah, I'm looking.
This week we did the fucking film. The just like the movie that Francis Ford Coppola was like, listen,
I gotta quit filmmaking.
There's no more. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing else after this.
It's Citizen Kane and this.
It's Citizen Kane, and then it's it's just that. I can't think of another
Marvel
film
of modern filmmaking here.
It's literally the Marvel cinematic universe. Okay, well, look, it might as well be. It might as had fucking well be.
Yeah.
Like Blade, if Blade could have got up in here, and
I would have been so happy.
Oh.
You had 2 opportunities.
You had 2
for a Blade.
Great opportunities for a Blade, and all we get
a total of 2. No more.
All we did get was just a shitty fucking Star Trek reference. Did you catch it?
I'm sure that I did. I don't remember it right now.
Oh God. Well, don't worry, it's coming.
Good.
Dracula 3000, everybody.
Woo!
Did you know that it existed? Because I didn't.
Dracula 3000.
Not Andre.
Forget about 1 and 2, and then also forget about Andre.
He means fuck all to this.
Well, they already have 1.
That's right. I gotta look this up because I'm pretty sure I remember this movie was like made for TV, I think.
Okay.
Maybe it wasn't. Can somebody please call in and confirm? Yeah, right here. Dracula 3000 is a 2004 made-for-television science fiction horror film.
Does it say the production studio that put it together?
It actually says that it spawned from a scum puddle, on a butcher's floor. Yeah, right there.
Oh, perfect.
An international co-production of the United States and South Africa.
That's right.
This is an adaptation of Bram Stoker's classic novel, Dracula.
Yeah. I can see the correlations here.
Yeah, you can really tell that the way they took it, they adapted it, and then they aborted it.
Now, by adapt, do you mean did away with everything but the fact that there's a person named Dracula in it?
Yeah.
It's a really good adaptation.
Yeah, they
really adapted it.
I really enjoyed the way they just took Bram Stoker's Dracula and they said, well, look.
What happens if we do everything that people who like that hate?
First of all, who the fuck is like, yeah, vampires? Like, cool Twilight, sure, but like, who's like, when are they coming out with another Dracula? When the fuck is the next Dracula flick dropping?
I think Dracula specifically has been done.
I want that Dracula cinematic universe.
Yeah.
Give me Dracula in the future.
But as the person who informed me that there is a new Blade incoming, in fact, I do get excited for vampires.
Oh, well, that's fine because like it's not Dracula.
That's right.
Sorry. Who
gives a fuck about Dracula? Who gives a fuck about lore from 1480?
Thank you. There's the point I'm trying to get.
That Jane Austen wrote, probably. Mary Shelley's Dracula.
It's Bram Stoker.
Holed up in a mansion overnight, and I wrote this book. Now read it, and have it be movies for decades afterward.
Oh yeah,
if not centuries. Honestly, centuries.
I want an old man wearing old-timey clothes to strike fear into the hearts of children with his flowing red cape and his need for blood.
And then as we progress, we'll make him just varying ages just cuz.
Oh yeah.
And then sometimes his hair is shoe polish.
And then
a perfect point on his forehead.
How about we just do away with like the whole fact that they have to ask permission to come in?
Yeah, they're in. Whether you like it or not, they're fucking in.
They're fucking in. Because if they had to ask permission to come in and you said no, end of film.
That's right.
End of film. Right there. End of film.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't come in? Well, shit.
Not even beginning of film. Because if he couldn't come in, then he wouldn't ever have got on any spaceship.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, there's spaceships.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, when I say Dracula in the future, you know there's no other future but in space, right?
That's right.
The future doesn't take place anywhere but in space.
And just in case you were wondering if it was the future,
it is.
It is. As evidenced by the fact that the currency is not in dollar figure. No, it's credits. Credits like every single sci-fi movie in space.
Fucking Star Wars.
Ever since Star Wars and continuing to this day.
Yep. Oh, and
even video games. It's all credits.
And if you missed that whole deal, it's the future, and you know it is.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, well, everything is one hallway with lights on both the ceiling and the floor.
You're goddamn right. It's the future, and you can tell because it looks like you're in a submarine.
It's the future, and you can tell because, all the doors have a fucking wheel you gotta crank.
We're in the year 3000, and you gotta fucking crank that wheel like 5 rotations to open any door. And then also, for some reason, this must be the future part, you never have to crank that wheel to shut it.
No,
you just close it and it's
closed.
closed.
It knows. Yeah, and like, I really enjoy in the future how, like, things are just still things, you know?
The exact same things that we had in 2002, you mean? That's a weird coincidence.
Gas masks, just tubing, running from the gas mask.
Bongs are the same.
It's a hookah, Jay.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Thanks, it's a hookah.
Also known as a large bong, the way that Coolio uses it. In case you were wondering who's in this movie, well, you got Coolio, and then you got Debo from Ice Cube's Friday, and then you have Jensen Ackles' shitty clone. That's who's in this movie. And then a guy in a wheelchair for no reason.
And then also Dracula. By the way...
Yeah, Dracula. No. Dracula who's just a guy. It's just a guy who really likes capes.
It's Dracula, but it's not Dracula, because it's fucking Count Orlok.
Yeah, same guy.
Same guy. So my whole thing was like, this is made for TV.
Mm-hmm.
Made for a TV. Were there stipulations? Were there rules? Were there things? Was there a fuck count?
Yes.
Because they only say it once.
Yeah.
What
The way that they circumvented that was by doing way worse things as characters than just saying fuck.
Oh boy.
Way worse things. And also saying way worse things than just fuck.
But saying way worse things, but with softer words.
Yeah.
They only say the word weed one time, and they use the words hydroponic 1,000.
Yeah, I like that
Every word
he also
for
calls
weed.
it just smoke.
He sure does, because I'm pretty sure they're like, well, don't say weed.
Now here's the problem: is that where Coolio comes from, you want smoke means something very different. It means you want to get shot in the face with a gun,
And it's really weird that you would ask
or
that.
fought at least. But that's what he's looking for all day.
Fuck.
Dracula 3000, everybody.
So we just kind of spoiled it without giving
That's fine.
2 sentences or less. You have 2 sentences or less?
Yeah, I do. These people wouldn't know a vampire if it came up and bit them in the neck.
That's true. Yeah. I wrote this is gonna be Dracula wrapped in tinfoil. I wrote Coolio and the Who's That's. And then I wrote another disappointing look into the future where things are just stuff.
Yeah, they nothing new. Nothing. They didn't even try to make new things for this movie. Guns are still just guns. Even
Guns are
they
guns.
just the scopes are green. That's it.
And they make a little pew sound and not a bang.
Right.
That and just like coffins. You're telling me in the year 3000 we still have the coffin-shaped coffins? You're not space tubes or something?
How are they not like cryogenic pods or something? And then why are they all 4.5 feet long? Like it's children in there.
Like it's
it's little boys and girls in there.
Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah, like a little mass grave on a spaceship there. Yeah. I got so many problems with this movie. I don't want to get into them right away because
There's a million, dude. There's fucking a million. I try to take a lot of this with a grain of salt because otherwise I was just gonna turn it the fuck off.
There's no fucking grain of salt big enough for this.
I'm gonna try to treat this with a block of salt that a horse licks.
Oh, horse lick. If you're gonna watch this movie,
Yeah.
and you're gonna just hit play, go take a piss.
Yeah, because the longest, boringest intro sequence that's just text on a screen introducing people's names.
They credit everybody, single person.
The gaffer comes in about halfway through the opening credits.
And like he doesn't even do anything. He holds the fucking mic.
At least Deadpool dances during his opening scene. There'd be slow motion blood and him dancing to Backstreet Boys.
Yeah, at least there's something. It's not just, I think the word Dracula kind of in handwritten cursive, kind of pulsating against some blood.
What did I write right there about that? Treated to the best special effects on the title screen that no money can buy.
Yeah, like us retelling this film has a higher budget than this film.
That's right.
So, yeah, let's start off the film with a weird Italian man with a cross.
Okay, so he's French.
Is he? Because it just sounded like accent to me.
And every time I see this guy, I don't know his name, but I always think of Johnny Mnemonic, which is a Keanu Reeves movie where he stores data in his brain to transport it, and then he gets overloaded with brain data and it leaks into his brain, so he's slowly dying. And Ice-T is in it, and there is a dolphin that can communicate telekinetically. Much better movie than this. However, he attacks this guy through the course of the movie, and at one point they're in a bathroom, and he just goes, "Johnny!" And that's all I hear out of his fucking mouth anytime I see him in anything else.
It is this guy.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's also in another vampire movie called Daybreakers, where they put him on an island and wait for the sun to come up so he burns to death.
I remember Daybreakers.
Yeah.
But I don't remember.
Sick movie.
I don't know how you remember the face of this old man.
Because I had it on VHS when I was a kid. It was one of those ones that I'd rotate once a week, so I've seen it a million times.
It sounds like you just made it up. I won't lie. I've never heard of this film.
I'm pretty sure it's pre-Matrix or just post-Matrix, either way.
All right.
Neo-futuristic. It's good shit. Better than this.
Yeah.
He uses a Nintendo Power Glove to hack into a system. That's all I gotta say.
All right. I mean, if it's a real movie, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But I have yet to even hear about it, so I'm skeptical.
I'd recommend anybody who's listening to this podcast, instead of watching Dracula 3000, just watch Johnny Mnemonic. It's better.
Yeah.
It's better.
Yeah, certainly don't watch Dracula 3000 infinite darkness.
And I'll tell you exactly why. I mean, we already did, but here's some more reasons. The main character's last name is Van Helsing.
There you go.
Period.
The main character's last name is Van Helsing, and guess what? He's not heard a fucking lick about Van Helsing.
No, and nobody on this ship has ever heard of Dracula or vampires either. One person, and he's a scholar, but that doesn't help him walk.
Doesn't help him much at all.
No, this cowardly man. I like being introduced to characters in the form of Tony Hawk Pro Skater character selection screen.
Oh, yeah.
And narration about who they are, instead of just learning.
Yeah, I sure do love that, because I would never, like, I'm just not listening. Like, when the movie keeps going, like, I'm just like, la, 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 I don't care.
I'll tell you right now,
you
that's
had
what
an opportunity
I did.
And you missed it.
That's what I 100% did during this expositional bullshit. Because it's like, okay, so you're telling me it now because it's not going to matter later. Any of the stuff you've told me about these characters, aside from the fact that, okay, Coolio's character in this movie, his whole thing is, where can I get weed and smoke it?
That is his whole thing, and I'm pretty sure that might have been his idea. The two things about narrating the backstory of every character here that matter is that Coolio used to be a scientist until he found marijuana, and I guess that lowered his IQ. The idea that marijuana lowers your IQ could fuck right off. But that's its own. It's the early 2000s. Nobody knows what weed is. Certainly not any of these PBS fucking childhood after school special motherfuckers. They probably had an agenda. And then the other thing is body shaming on Android just because she's hot. Because he goes, looking like that doesn't help her any either. What the fuck does that? She's good looking? That doesn't help what? Yikes. I missed that.
People take her seriously? Because that's just sexism.
I missed that whole thing, but yeah. Well, listen, Jay. I certainly didn't take her seriously. What did I write? The second she steps on screen here, Vice Captain Knockers McJug.
Why didn't you just call her Bazongas like Coolio does?
Because
Why don't you just call her Knockers Bazongas?
Because I'm 34 and I forgot about that word.
Yeah, Coolio didn't.
Well, that's because it's the early 2000s when that word was at its prime.
There's no way that it was in its prime in the early 2000s.
Oh, it had to have been.
Holy fuck. Would Urkel say it in an episode?
We had just lost Jizz, and Bazongas was on the rise.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
Discord sound.
Join the Discord, by the way.
Yeah, that's the sound it makes when there's a message in it. Oh, there's another one for you, real quick.
That's a good sound as well.
Yeah. Good. That's a good throat to have.
Just clear the pipes out.
Yeah.
Get those pipes.
Yeah, that's usually my job.
Oh, god damn. So when this old man, surrounded by future stuff, still has like a wooden cross.
It's not really future stuff.
Where'd you get that wooden cross?
It's like a 1997 Mac computer behind him in his video log. And then, he's sucking a cross like fucking the chick from The Exorcist.
Where'd you get that wooden cross?
Well, he probably manufactured it.
On this spaceship.
Out of a pool cue. When you're an interstellar team of derelict ship scavengers, it's important to have a pool table on your ship.
That's right.
And organic wood cues.
Yeah, when you're doing that long haul from made up planet to made up planet.
Yeah.
You really want to make sure you can fucking rack a ball.
The amount that is explained by the movie about things that don't matter outweighs the amount that's explained about things that do.
Yeah.
You're gonna sit through this movie confused as fuck because they won't stop and tell you like how things work in this universe, but they'll tell you that they're in the middle of the Carpathian system, wherever the fuck that is.
Oh,
wherever the
boy.
fuck that is, that doesn't make a lick of difference. You could have just said space.
We're in the middle of it. We're in the thick of space
just
right now.
Just fucking say outer space.
You might as well. Nah, look. Oh my god. Fuck.
Yeah, dude, let's get fucking into it. Now, when did you figure out that the movie was going to be bad? Because I saw the title screen and I was like, this might be bad. And then I saw the 1997 era headsets they were wearing on this high-tech year 3000 interstellar traveling ship.
I knew it was gonna be bad the second
Headsets you'd wear in a call center in 1997.
the second it opened up and it was this old man with the wooden cross and he's like,
Yeah.
oh, and there's like a countdown for self-destruction and then it's like, yeah, nah, never mind, countdown aborted.
Oh, they canceled it. Oh.
And he's like, no.
And then he puts the cross to the bottom of his chin like it's a gun.
He sure does. And then that just kind of keeps happening. They don't tell you what this is. You kind of have to put it together that this is the captain of the ship they're getting on. It's a
He's
whole
the only
thing.
one with access to video logs.
And
he must be.
And then like when I saw that it was Dracula 3000 Infinite Darkness, I was like, oh, is this a sequel? Did I miss Dracula 3000 just some darkness?
Just a little darkness
No.
in the twilight?
Nope, we just have a tagline here for no reason. So, but I did Google it.
Okay.
I fucked up, Jay.
Okay.
I fucked up by about 1,000. All right.
Okay.
Because there exists a film, zero relation to this one. Wes Craven presents Dracula 2000.
Oh shit.
I don't know what we're doing. We watched the wrong fucking film.
We must have, yeah. That one. I bet that one would have been better.
It came out before.
A millennium is what it takes for things to go sour.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, we just fucking.
I fucked up 1,000.
I was off by about 1,000 by movie suggestions. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure everybody knows. Go watch that one. Go watch that movie by accident.
Yeah, I haven't even seen it, but probably go watch it. It's Wes Craven. Can't be that bad.
It's Wes Craven, and if you like Dracula, I mean,
go right ahead.
come on. Anyway, so fucking. Yeah, we're zipping through space. We've got word that there's an abandoned ship full of scrap.
Now, in this captain's vidlog, he says that he doesn't know who's controlling the trajectory of this ship because he can't control it. But he does know that it's heading toward Earth.
How?
Now,
How?
Thank you.
Where's your map?
You're in the Carpathian system. You're holed up in your room under quarantine self-imposed by your own admission. How do you know where the ship's going?
Draw a fucking straight line from that ship to Earth. And tell me it doesn't cross over one other star.
Go right the fuck ahead. Also, I'm gonna get into that.
And look, no, right now. How the fuck does Dracula know where Earth is? How the fuck does Dracula know what Earth is? This Dracula is from a different planet.
Sure is.
This
from a van planet.
Yeah. Transylvania is what they call this fucking planet.
And let me ask you, why the fuck would he know what's on Earth enough to know if he likes it or not?
Exactly.
Great questions, everybody.
How the fuck does he know of Van Helsing's from Earth?
Here's the problem, right?
No!
if you use your brain, the movie's bad. Only if you do that.
If you pay any sort of attention to like the words
with your eyes
and
comprehend them.
Yeah, if you just kind of like sit back and let this happen to you and just like think about other things.
Yeah.
Great film.
Probably.
Coolio's in it.
That's all that matters. Coolio says the worst things of any character in this film.
Actually, both Humvee and Coolio.
Yeah.
If they weren't in this film, it would have. I'm sorry, I wouldn't have finished it. There just would have simply been no way to finish this film.
Yeah.
Without...
Nobody else brings anything to the table other than looking like Jensen Ackles.
I don't know who that is.
The dude from Supernatural, not the long hair.
I don't know.
My Bloody Valentine 3D.
2 white guys, 1 white guy. 5 white guys.
Fuck. If you were to look it up, you would understand why I say it. It looks like Jensen Ackles' younger brother who's a musician.
All right. Well, I'm
or a carpenter for some reason.
They're all white people, so I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. The double close-up of the 2 people talking on headsets to the woman while she's exploring this ship by herself, apparently, but not actually by herself, because Humvee is there. You just don't know that because he's left her alone on a ship, just completely unattended to get scared by noises.
And
really works.
Humvee's a guy, by the way.
That double close-up only works if the acting is good enough to support a double close-up. Instead of just 2 people looking straight ahead going, we'll keep trying and find something.
Yeah, and
are you okay?
This girl, by the way, she's the navigator, the intern navigator, because in space they still have interns.
What's her shithead name? I'm pretty sure it's Gina, but I could be wrong.
Nah, it is.
You got Gina and Aurora.
It's not Mari. It's not Maury.
It's Mina.
It's Mina.
It's fucking Mina.
That's
Shout out to Mina. I knew it was close. What's up, buddy?
So they send this like little young girl into this fucking ship, and then they're just like, yeah, get in there, bitch.
Yeah, immediately I see this hallway and I go, this hallway isn't real. This corridor set isn't real. Right in my notes. Just in case you weren't sure in that first the first time seeing it, don't fucking worry. You're going to see it 38 more times in this film.
I was going to say,
exact hallway.
This corridor set?
Yeah.
The corridor set.
That's right.
It's a fucking L shape, and I know that because they only go to the end of the hall one time and turn, and you see it in the camera.
Yep.
That's and it's in like a weird like little cutaway, like little visual, like, ooh, we got to do something for a segue, or else it's just one scene butted up next to another scene, and that would be a film.
And
that would be just too good. Sorry. Let's have some very shaky Bam Margera fucking running around down a hallway.
How do you turn one corridor into an entire ship? Cut it. Cuts. 50 cuts a minute.
Fucking
people running through the same hallway, and then let's do a quick 180 and run back. Cut it.
Here's what I want from my film about Dracula.
Yeah.
All right.
Steampunk hall.
I want you 5 to walk to the end of that hallway. And then when you get down to the end of that hallway, I want you to turn around and come back.
You turn right the fuck around and you come back.
And the whole time, be talking about Draculas. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just do it.
And then the actors go, well, where's Dracula? And
don't worry.
Go, not today.
Yeah, guess what? He's on his way.
He's on his way. In slow motion constantly.
You said Dracula? Sorry, I thought you meant just a white guy.
Yeah, white guy with his head painted.
A white guy with, like, zero indication that he might be from another planet.
None.
Why,
if he's from another planet, why is he wearing a human cape?
If he's from another planet, why doesn't he have just fucking put some fucking horns on the guy?
Give him like 4 eyes.
Every episode of Star Trek, everybody's got a fucking forehead to show.
Yeah.
And where, like...
It just looks like tectonic plates shifting. Just do that.
Yeah. Fucking just put a little lump in the middle of it.
Put the Andes Mountains on his fucking forehead.
Nah, he's just a guy. He's just a fucking guy.
And he can't run fast, so they'll have him run in slow motion so that if you're retarded, it's like, oh, he must be going fast.
Oh, yeah. They really trail it. They put that trail effect on there, so oh boy, he's going so fast.
Instead of any special effects whatsoever, we get slow and fast motion and a Spirit Halloween front lawn Halloween decoration.
This movie might as well have been funded by Spirit Halloween.
It's just fucking
You know what's scarier than this film? Going down that like animatronic hallway in Spirit Halloween where you have to step on the things.
Yeah, you have no choice. And some of them are just motion activated. They don't even have the pad.
That's pretty fucking scary.
Basically any haunted house. You're describing a haunted house. Run by college students.
So, I wrote stupid fucking bitch just walking on the ship. Yeah, she's scanning with her. Oh, there's like a ring scanner that she has, and we never...
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter
after this scene.
Doesn't matter.
A lot of things don't matter after the scene they're in.
Yeah, they just kind of, like, here, get on this spaceship. Yeah, put the gas mask on with the tubes. We don't give a shit about you.
A shadow moves by in the foreground while she's, so the depth of field, she's somewhere in the shot. I don't even fucking...
It doesn't matter because she's walking around yelling hello.
That's right. And then also when the shadow moves, she jumps like 10 seconds after the shadow's gone, which means that it was just a fucking scene direction. Great.
It's the year 3000, Jay.
Yeah.
And we're still just walking into abandoned ships yelling hello.
That's right.
You're telling me there hasn't been boogity boos in that...
That's the whole thing. You know, like, it might just be pirates. It might just be space pirates.
It could...
On the ship.
It could be anything.
So I'm sick of people walking into places they've never been and announcing their presence to threats.
Yeah. The odds of it being a threat are higher than the odds of it being somebody who's like just wants a little heads up that you're coming in the room.
Astronomically. And you know that because you don't get a hello back the first time.
Yeah. So there's absolutely, after you yell hello, there's zero fucking need to ask if anybody's home.
That's right.
Zero.
Or there, or anyone.
God damn. I wrote, she lives in the 3000s, and this bitch is still just walking into abandoned spaceships yelling hello.
Yep.
I live in the now, and even when I'm walking by a place for potential squatting, I keep my mouth shut.
Fuck, you sure do. Large bush, I ain't saying nothing. There might be somebody with a knife in there.
Might be. He might just be waiting for the passphrase.
So I like when movies do tropes 18 times.
Yeah.
So the whole point of this is that, okay, there's something on the ship and she's getting procedurally more scared. The The only indicator that anything is happening, though, is just somebody right in front of the camera walking by it. You see it 4 times during this shit. And by the 3rd time, she's not even reacting anymore. She's just baffled and running.
Yeah.
Where are you running to?
Exactly.
Not where you came from. You're
running deeper into the. You're running the wrong way down the hallway.
You fucking asshole.
She just kind of walks in there as if it's not going to be full of space Draculas.
That's right. And it's the year 3000, and we're still talking over just voice. There's no video.
Yeah,
there's no camera that you can attach to your fucking wrist.
There's no chip in your eyelid that puts people's faces in there.
So the 2 fucking people who are trying to protect you, again, over just voice, like a Zoom call that's malfunctioning.
Oh, yeah.
They can't see what's happening so that they can go, what's happening?
Thanks
for the input.
Tell us about what you're doing. And instead of just running and screaming, use your words.
Fuck you. So Humvee, who is Debo from Ice Cube's Friday, just grabs her when she's panicked. That's her way of diffusing. That's his way of diffusing the situation.
Very smart.
Is to walk up behind a very small woman while she's quite upset in foreign territory and thinks that she's going to be killed, and just grab her with your fucking muscles.
Absolutely grab her.
Great.
How about a fucking random video log from an old man with 0 context, Jay? How would you like that to just go right in the middle of your fucking sentence?
Let's also talk
ruin
about the fact that none of the characters in the movie have seen these video logs yet.
So what do we need to see them for?
Entirely for the viewer, and there's no context to any of them, so there's no reason to have them.
Yeah, all you get to know is that this ship is getting worse. I guess I could have told you that.
Ugh.
That's why it's a fucking abandoned.
Holy fuck.
You could have been
in space. It's not even abandoned on a planet.
Yeah, like it's so bad that they just said, fuck it, I'm out.
We're going to leave it out there.
I'm going to put my suit on and have better odds just floating towards something.
God damn.
Christ.
I don't like that at a certain there's a couple times where Humvee, because that's his fucking name, stupid, is called Hummer.
He's like 80% of the time he's called Hummer.
I don't like that because a Hummer is a blowjob.
A Hummer is
where the lady makes a sound with her throat.
Oh, I thought it was just a fun name for a blowjob. I didn't know it was like a special thing.
Yeah.
Oh, well. I've never had a Hummer. That's wild. I've never
Make
been
vocal cords vibrate.
I've never been in a Hummer and I've never had one.
I knew a guy with one, but he was a dickhead, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they always are. They always
yeah,
are.
they are. You know, I was the first person to put those giant bullhorns on the front of my Hummer and drive it from Alberta to Ontario.
I bet he was. I bet he literally was. Honestly, like, show me the proof he wasn't.
And then the second I came into Ontario, the cops pulled me over and made me take them off. This province is just so stupid. Here's a wad of $300. Pay for my boat loan on company time.
Oh.
Yeah, you know exactly who.
Yeah, I didn't, but now I do.
Yeah, it's fucking idiot.
So yeah, fucking. So yeah, so there's this fucking vlog, and he's like, yeah, oh, man, the engineers are sick with the now I don't know what to say, epidemic.
Yeah,
the epidemic.
They're sick with something.
So I've quarantined.
Something gross.
Everybody's quarantined.
Yeah,
and he just keeps repeating it.
I need to emphasize. He has locked himself in his room. That's important for later.
I wrote, now with all of this just comes you. Now all of this just comes at you and you get 0 context and it's just TV static to the dude from the intro. I thought he was a space priest.
I didn't even write fuck all about that guy because who cares?
I jotted down what he said every time he popped into his fucking frame with his fat face. And I was just like, all right, well, he's obviously like, he's just giving you information for the film and just like, I should write this down.
Eyes so that we can bloodshot, not because he's tired, but because the man who plays him is pickled from alcoholism.
Ah, I thought it was because vampires.
No.
So look, for the first hole I'm poking right here.
Oh, we already did, but let's go.
So if Dracula's like, really if he like fucking needs blood,
right,
so bad,
right,
this guy needs it so fucking bad
to live
that he has to arrange a pickup so that he can be brought to another planet.
Yeah.
Why is he running circles around this girl and not just doing her in right here and there?
Hey, why doesn't Dracula show up and start killing people on the ship immediately? He's hungry.
He's not only is he hungry, he's Dracula.
Why also is he just turning people instead of just killing them by feeding on them until they die?
Yeah, why does he need to make more Draculas right now?
On the ship? Your prey is not going anywhere.
No,
you're going through a door.
You're causing more people. You're making more mouths to feed.
That's right. And in space, let me tell you, food scarce.
Yeah.
Not a lot of food in outer space unless you like eating rocks.
If you'll be fucking lucky to find a rock in space.
Yeah, unless it flies through you at light speed.
You'd be lucky to find just a chunk of ice to suck on, I guess.
Yeah, a comet. So everybody's worried about this chick because the second she gets scared, she stops talking over comms. She stops communicating with anybody who's there to make sure that she's safe or okay. So Humvee, once he puts her in a sexual assault headlock, tells everybody back on the ship, yeah, she's fine. And then Van Helsing asks again anyway, because nobody in this movie trusts a black man's opinion.
Oh my god. You know it's bad when like
First indicator of that.
It's bad when a white guy picks up on the racisms, you know?
Yeah, and then he calls her a shameless little hoe.
Does he?
Let me ask you why.
Oh boy, I mean there's so many reasons why, but why, Jay?
Oh, I don't know. It was a legitimate question.
You mean because he forced a mouth kiss right on her?
Yeah,
that makes her a slut.
Not only does he do that, so they're monitoring the O2 levels on this ship. Now, number one, just because there's oxygen doesn't mean there aren't other gases in the air on the ship. So still don't breathe it. But hearing that there's some oxygen on the ship means okay, we're gonna take our masks off. So fucking Humvee does that and then pretends to start choking and dying, so that he can get close enough to this chick to take a forceful kiss from her. Take from her.
Oh, yeah. He definitely, there's no please or thank you.
No, there's not.
It is taken.
Great. So now we all know who the big man is on campus, and it's the rapist. He then offers to prove his dick is bigger than Van Helsing's in person for not believing his reports.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. He's like, oh, yeah. Are you sure there's air? I'm about as sure as my first of all, and again, this is where I was like, this has to be made for TV.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm as sure as my package is bigger than yours.
Yep.
You want to come down and find out? And then it cuts to the captain. He's like, I know how sure you are about your package.
How come they know so sure about each other? How come they're so sure about each other's package size in comparison?
How come they didn't use a big boy word like dick or cock and balls or fucking say the word wiener? No.
At least say the word wiener.
Let's say the TV safe word package.
Package.
And save all of our cuss words for when somebody says fuck later.
Yeah. Ooh. That's gonna hit him in the fillings.
Yeah, we certainly can. We got to save up all the cusses for the word fuck. We can't have anything. Fucking Coolio says the word ejaculate.
Yeah, he does.
He says.
Yeah, he does.
He says ejaculate.
He also calls his dick an anaconda.
He sure
and don't
does.
worry, I wrote down what he said.
Oh, it's good. So did I.
It's the best line in the whole film.
I scrawled it down as if I was a fucking
I went back
stenographer.
to make sure I didn't fuck it up.
Yep. I had to put on the fucking subtitles for some of this because some of the things they say make no sense until you just read it.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, subtitles are always on because the mush mouths who can't act. I'm gonna truncate my notes real quick here.
Okay.
If you were coming to this movie expecting appropriate levels of emotion from the actors in any scene whatsoever, you're not going to get it here, so don't look.
Don't look.
Don't bother looking at the acting. It's bad, and half the time, it's absent. That's it.
Yeah,
correct.
Not even wrong.
When there's supposed to be a tense situation and people are talking to each other like they're discussing the weather.
How about when there's supposed to be like a tense
trying to solve a fucking math problem while somebody's dying in front of them.
2 + 8.
Oh, I can't. That one's too big for me.
How about whenever there's like a terrible thing happening, there has to be 14 looks over your shoulder at different zooms?
Sure do.
How about that? So Yeah, we get I wrote Humvee pretends to die so he can wrap both of his huge banana hands around this girl's little head.
Yeah, and then force a kiss. Yep. And then tell her, literally, once you go black, you never go back. To what? Virginity? When he's done? Whether you like it or not?
To
your
family and loved ones?
Yeah.
I wrote that down too. And then everybody else comes in and she's like, "Can I get some mouthwash?" I guess, anyway, Captain threatens Humvee with cleaning the head.
Yeah.
Which, it means toilet, but it would be funny if it didn't. On the way back, you're polishing the head.
You're massaging that head until I can see my face in it.
Oh, my God.
He also calls Van Helsing Cap and Daddy-O in the same sentence, just in case you guys were wondering about the caliber of writing here.
Oh, boy. Writing? I feel like they were just like, say what you need to say. This is the direction the scene goes in. I know none of you can improv, but it's not what we're paying you for anyway.
Daddy-O. Here's another hole.
Oh boy, I hope it's the same hole I've got.
We got a character here named the Professor. It's basically just a brain with no legs. And, well, he's got legs, they just don't work. Which is what you think you'd be able to think hard about it.
Thing is they fucking work. He just doesn't use them, I'm pretty sure.
My question is, why would you bring a guy in a wheelchair onto a spaceship with no ramps? Not a fucking ramp in sight.
Oh my God.
He's on that floor. Later on in the movie, when they fucking come onto the ship, right, because the oxygen's fine, they literally have to carry him downstairs.
They sure do.
Also, this is the first taste you get of him being completely forgotten about because he can't walk. So many times in this movie, they forget he exists because he can't move as fast as them.
Fuck. I wrote, it's the year 3000 and we're in space. Why is the professor in a goddamn wheelchair?
You give him something that floats. It's the year 3000.
Yeah, come on. Wheel him aboard the ship of infinite danger. God help him not get... God help him not get left behind the moment there's danger.
Holy shit. That's all that happens to him.
Oh,
he just starts hiding by the end of the movie because they're like, well, they're not coming for me.
Fuck. This ship is nothing but fucking flights of stairs.
Steep stairs, too. Not even like the crawlable ones.
Not one elevator.
No.
It's the year 3000.
We're still taking stairs like fucking like scum.
Oh, my God. So then he's like, yeah, the spaceship, about 50 years old. Blah, blah, blah. And we're going to see if it's going to run. And then the captain turns to the only other black person here and goes, where the fuck is the other black person? Where is the black person?
Well, I'll tell you. He's smoking weed and listening to rap music in his own room blackly. He's being as black as any black person you'd think of. He kisses the hooker when he leaves.
He fucking does.
That's his love right there.
Oh my God, where the fuck is... And they call him 187 the whole time.
Yeah,
187.
What the fuck? You know why? It's his fucking area code.
It's his IQ.
It's the fucking area code where he's from.
I hope so. But I hope it's also his
187, you know what else?
Isn't 187 fucking... That's where... Isn't that where Pam's from?
I don't...
In The Office?
Well, it's New York. Because that's where she goes for art school, and
yeah,
that's what, and that's 212.
Oh, I thought you said it was 18. Okay. Either way, she does a fucking stupid hand sign.
The other interesting thing about Humvee and 187 is that they're both from the same planet. Did you happen to catch the name of that planet?
I did, but I'm not gonna say it out loud.
Comptonia.
Yeah.
Comptonia.
Boy, oh boy.
So I'm pretty sure that 187 is Compton. I'm pretty sure that that's the area code for Compton. I could be wrong. Blacker than me people that are listening, feel free to correct me.
I'm not even going to Google it. But they do say that it's also his IQ.
Okay.
And they're like, his IQ is 187. And
he probably demanded that. He demanded Comptonia, and he demanded that his hair remains a bonsai tree, like in Gangsta's Paradise music video.
I'm certain that they just saw that like Anaconda happened, and they're like, we need a rapper.
Yeah.
We need a rapper now. And
yeah.
Coolio was like, listen, I'll do it, but I got some stipulations.
Yeah.
First of all,
baked as fuck the whole time, real weed in the hookah, I'm sure. I need the black bandana, and I need the silliest fucking Whoville haircut you've ever seen always.
Now, we don't have the budget for a barber. I said Whoville.
That's fine. Got my own. Because I know that he does.
I come prepared for this Whoville shit.
Holy shit.
Ugh. Oh, yeah. Fucking he turns to the one... I wrote the only other black guy in light years of distance to ask where he is.
Hey, one of you. Can you just smell him or what?
The problem is, Humvee wouldn't know because his one eye is watching the professor and the vice bimbo roll down the space hall. Well, his other eye is keeping polite contact with the captain. So how's he gonna watch over a third person?
He's got one eye that works, and the other eye is making sure the bridge of his nose is still there. All movie.
His one eye is always peeking around the corner.
Of his own nose. Holy shit.
I never saw Friday.
He's just like a big sort of like bully for Ice Cube and Chris Tucker.
But the eyeball.
Yeah. No, that's his eye.
Oh, he's not doing that.
No, that's what his eye looks like and is.
Oh.
Dead.
Because like it does get it gets its hands on the wheel sometime, and it does go.
I think it depends on which way he's looking.
Okay.
Because it'll look like it conforms to the other eye, but maybe he's just giving somebody a stinky eye.
Because like I knew a guy in high school, and he taught me, he's like, if you cross your eyes and then you just like try to uncross your one eye, eventually it's gonna happen. And then you just do that. You're like,
yeah.
You know? So I just figured he was doing that for the whole movie rudely.
The problem. Do you have any idea how much fucking muscle strain that would be?
Yeah, it hurt. It hurt just to do it just there.
All right, take
if
6,
I even
and
did
it's
it.
like,
and then he's got to be like, "Am I doing the eye thing?"
Tell me, please, because I can't feel it anymore.
Oh my god. So fucking yeah.
Right here, I wrote, this stoned as fuck lazy bones N-word with an A would never be allowed in space. They would never let him in outer space. You know what it takes to be a fucking astronaut? I don't care. It's 2030, all right? It's basically 2030. So you're saying we can't get a little fucking Bluetooth earpiece that does a microphone and a speaker at the same time? But you're letting the highest fuck guy, pilot, not even pilot, be on a spaceship?
Yeah, he doesn't have a role. Everybody else had a role.
I think he's there for street smarts.
Like they literally, and then like, and this is 187. He likes to smoke weed.
Yeah,
that was his intro.
He likes to pop open coffins because he thinks there's drugs inside.
Boy, oh boy.
His entire motivation is where's drugs?
Yeah,
where's the closest drugs, please?
Oh my god. So another unconnected video log, where we're left to assume this is from the captain of the ship. Yeah, the ship's in worse condition.
Surprise.
And then also, Jay, let me just, because this is where I start doubting that this movie was written.
Okay.
And they're just like, just say things.
Right.
Because the communication system is it only half works.
Okay.
So they can't receive incoming messages.
They can only receive incoming messages.
Yeah.
Right.
What other kind of messages are there?
Well, I think his
incoming.
His point was that we can't send outgoing messages.
Yeah. That's not what he said though. we can only get incoming messages.
We can only receive incoming. What else are you receiving?
Exactly. Your inbox is fucking open. Your outbox is closed. We say that. Don't sound like an idiot. Don't say stupid things.
Don't say stupid things.
You can only receive incoming messages, you old fuck.
Yeah.
You space piece of shit.
I can only drive my car forward and drive.
Fuck, I can't reverse this forward. Fucking my outgoing box is full of ingoing messages.
I can't inhale out.
I keep choking on air. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, this guy's video logs are just informational dumps, but the information is either shit that we don't care about because it doesn't matter, or it's shit that the characters are telling us anyway.
Oh yeah, it's
the only thing that you hear from him that doesn't come from somewhere else is that the crew is vampires, but that doesn't matter because you never see them anyway. There's not a single crew member on this.
That's interesting, Jay. There's not a single on this huge ship. There's
nobody.
We don't see and like he's turned them into vampires, so they actually can't die, and they should just be in.
That's right.
Or
at the very least, because of the scarcity of blood, they would be dead in the hallway.
You'll
notice I didn't say hallways.
Yeah,
just the one.
Yeah,
it would be a pile of bodies in the one singular hallway on this whole ship.
You would think they would be all scattered about that hallway.
That basically it connects the control room to the captain's fucking Fallout 3 overseer room, and that's it. That's the ship. They go through the whole ship in 30 seconds, and then the rest of the time they sit.
And then when they're not doing that, they're taking all of the furniture out of one room to put a pool table in there, so it's a different room.
Or yeah, that's right. Or they're carrying a wheelchair man down a flight of stairs so that he could use a computer.
Fuck. God, I'm going to make a spaceship. Yeah, how are we going to get around? Stairs! Yeah, I know we're in space where there's no gravity. Stairs, though.
I'd kind of like a ramp if that's okay.
No.
Fuck.
I would hate for somebody in a wheelchair to pick up too much speed in all the gravity here in space.
Thank you guys so much also for explaining shit that I don't care about and not explaining how we're not weightless. On a ship, okay, on the ship where they come from, that's one thing, all right? But the one where the ships that they go to and it's broken. All they can get is emails and breathe. That's it.
And stick to the floor with gravity. Never forget. There's gravity, Jay.
That's not in space.
In this space there is.
Oh, this must be a different space than the space I know.
In the criteria system or wherever we are.
Yeah.
The
in the cum guzzling system.
In the crouton system.
In the Croatoan system.
In the Dracula space.
Yeah. In the Christ, this movie sucks system.
In the fucking. You're telling me. I get it's a cartoon, sure, but Professor X is got a floating fucking wheelchair.
Yeah.
In the X-Men that we have here.
Right now.
And you couldn't think.
No.
To just dangle this fucking professor from a string.
Have him slackline. Just shoot him from the knees down.
Like, or just like fucking put him in a baby Bjorn.
How about have him walk?
But then he wouldn't be a professor.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
When you get smart, your legs stop working. All the blood's going to your head. That's what it is. I wonder if his dick works.
Jay, you know full well. That's exactly what happened to Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Case in point, Stephen Hawking.
You got me there.
The professor, Stephen Hawking.
You do have me there. And then also X.
Yeah,
two great examples of very smart men who have a very hard time getting onto a bus.
They gotta fucking get on last.
They gotta do the whole thing where they drop it, and it's like I'm behind them in my car, pissed.
Yeah,
I don't want to be pissed off at disabled people.
They get on first, and everybody's like, "Oh, right," and the whole fucking ramp has to fold out.
Yeah, and then you gotta the three people up front gotta fucking stand up and lift the seat up, and you gotta strap them in like a baby.
Fucking rolls in and just looks at you, and you're sitting in the first seat. You're like,
fuck.
You're so lucky I can stand, buddy. You're so lucky I don't mind doing this for you. This? Oh, you mean this?
I'm going to start minding.
Minding?
Yeah, I'm going to start minding doing that. Yeah. The guy with the wheelchair comes on the bus, I'm like, you already have a seat.
Do you really?
You just want a different, less comfortable seat? It's not like you can feel it.
Put your brakes on.
Keep them off. It's a roller coaster then.
Anyway, so, fucking professor.
Yeah, what does he do when they're just on the ship? Stay in bed all day?
I also really, again, we're in the year 3000, and we keep cutting to these vlogs with fucking static. They thought like
VHS static with like the green bar.
That's never going away.
Somebody has to adjust the tracking wheel on this vidlog in the year 3000.
Even in the year 3000, if you don't switch to the new source fast enough, you get that.
Fuck.
You know how it like pops up? You're like, oh god, I got a split second.
He's gonna ruin my home videos. AFV's not gonna take it.
Oh Christ.
Yo, Captain, dude.
Oh,
how many times does Coolio say "fucking dude" in this movie? Huh? It's his favorite word.
Well, it has to be. Look at him. He looks like a guy who shows no respect to authority.
He acts. Coolio acts in this movie about as well as you'd expect Coolio to act.
Well, yeah. Like I'm saying, he came in here, was like, look at this. I'm not gonna do none of that acting shit.
And
all
just
right?
in case you guys thought Van Helsing wasn't racist by asking Humvee where Coolio was, right here he says, "I put up with your shit because you're big, black, and ugly." He
absolutely says that word for word.
The rule of threes in comedy is that the punchline is on the third thing.
Yeah.
He put it on the second. If he had said big, ugly, and black, way funnier line.
Way funnier. Had he just said anything else, probably would have been a funnier line too.
Also, because he used the word black in that sentence, all anybody hears is, "I put up with your shit because you're black."
I'm not gonna lie.
There are other big, ugly people. That's the trifecta for him. It's like if you were big and ugly, or
I'm not listening to shit you say.
Yeah, but the black?
No, well, not on its own. It has to have the big and ugly.
Yeah, that's true. That's also true. If you were just black, I wouldn't give a fuck.
No. Let's cut to a small black. Because there is a height difference.
There is.
Coolio does have to jump up a lot of the time when he tries to he's trying to attack these people.
He does do a lot of jumping.
Yeah, cut right to Coolio hitting the space bong. Or hookah.
Yeah.
The intercom was like, hey, first of all, this is where I had to bust out the I had to get out the subtitles here.
Yeah.
Because he's like, get your rinky ass down here. And what I thought he said was reeky or rikey, as in like
neither of those are words.
Well, reeky would be stinky.
Sure.
And rikey is like witch doctor stuff. I was
picturing the prison on the island.
Rikers.
Yes.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean,
which would be rude to say to a black person.
Sure would. Get your Rikers bound ass down here.
Get your just out of Rikers ass.
So I was like, was he calling him like a Reiki master? Like, because he's black?
Oh, like, okay. Like, Reiki. Which it has an E in it, but I understand.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Which I'm pretty sure is like a Korean martial art.
No, I'm thinking of like putting like putting rocks on people and meditating and.
Oh, that might be and
like gemstones and shit.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't know where it's from.
It's not from white people, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's not from, but a lot of white people. A lot of white people.
You guys are like, yeah, we are spiritual, but he's far away and up there. We don't talk to him on a daily basis. I mean, some of us do, but he doesn't answer.
Fucking right. So yeah, he tells him to get his ass down here. Then he just continues to rip the space bong, which I really like. Space totes.
Well, you got to take a walking hit.
Oh yeah,
you're going someplace. That's the leaving the room hit.
I can't believe he didn't take another one after he swapped his getting high shirt for his work vest.
You got to dress like a professional when you're outside.
Yeah, you got to put that leather vest on, that black leather vest, so people know that it's the 2000s and you're a rapper.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You got to look like fucking Tupac in the California Love video.
You got to look like Coolio. Because
any time on Earth.
You gotta be yourself.
Costume designer's like, okay, we got a couple things for you to try on. No, I brought my shit from home.
Fucking just rips a token in his face. Nah. So yeah, so he says fucking surfs up, and then he says hang 10, and he says hang 10, surfs up.
Yeah.
Why? I guess because there's water in the bong.
Sure.
So I had no idea what the fuck he said. So he says, hang 10. I thought he said snapshot. He says surfs up. Hydroponically speaking, of course.
Yeah.
What the fuck
Who's that for?
What the fuck does that mean?
There was nobody in the room to get him wrong.
There's not and like he's just
to misunderstand him. You didn't need to clarify, bro.
Like we get it. Hydroponically, you mean weed.
Yeah, marijuana, right?
But in this context,
the
hanging
devil's
10
lettuce.
Surfs up. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Surfer dudes are traditionally stoners.
I guess.
I don't know.
I'm still he had like a Hawaiian shirt on vaguely. I think
10. Like you're not standing on it.
No, and like it's not like there's a wave of water in the hookah. It's bubbling. You know,
no. It's like a geyser, not an active one. It's like a sulfur pit.
I don't know.
Me neither.
So what's the first thing this ragtag bunch of people come to in this ship, Jay?
Fucking. What?
Stairs!
That's
Right away,
yeah.
stairs!
And then so they go down the fucking stairs because this is central control. And then the professor's just up there and goes, "What about me?"
Yeah, aren't you guys forgetting something? No.
No,
What
I did not forget.
Yeah, stay up there.
If we bring you down, we're just gonna have to bring you back up.
Exactly.
It's a
Exactly.
waste.
Exactly. So everybody breezes down the stairs, leaving the professor there. And then fucking God, I wrote huge jacked man ends up carrying the professor down the stairs.
Yeah, as if anybody couldn't.
Right.
He's the weight of half a person.
The control panel is just a fuse box with buttons.
When you're like that, okay, putting pants on is a courtesy to other people so that they don't have to see the beef jerky you're working with.
They don't gotta see your shriveled button.
You're the chick from SpongeBob that really likes chocolate dangling from your torso.
The old lady. Yeah, that like spinal column with fins. Oh,
That's
it's
right.
So creepy. So Coolio finally shows up, and you know what? He's fucking found something the goddamn captain should see.
Yeah.
What is it, Jay?
I don't know, fucking coffins? I don't remember this part.
I think it was a dead body.
Oh,
it was a dead man.
Oh, he's the one who found... Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yep.
Take a quick gander at the face of this fucking mummified... Because I'll tell you two things about it that I thought really interesting. They chose to light it from the front, which... Why would you do that when the nostrils and mouth don't go anywhere? I could see the rubber.
I was too busy looking at the fucking... Oh my God. It might as well just be a rubber glove.
And I showed you this when I watched the trailer, but I saw the fucking... This is the only corpse you see in the whole fucking movie, so naturally they have to put it in the trailer for the movie.
Oh, yeah.
And they have to make it scarier. The problem is what it looked like was that meme of the skeleton rocking chair with fucking red eyes.
Yeah.
Laser red eyes. You look that up if you don't know what I'm talking about. I bet you do, though.
It's got the same scare quality as the old man dancing around in the mask in Winter Beast.
This is a Winter Beast caliber special effects movie, guys.
It really is.
They couldn't even afford CG.
No, they couldn't afford anything. They spent all of their money on this fucking hallway.
Holy fuck.
And so they showcase it as much as possible.
So, real quick.
Okay.
Matt?
Yep.
Is this the captain?
One would assume.
How do you get out of his room?
The vampires pulled him out of there and just fucking desecrated his body.
So
they did all kinds of rude shit
so
to it.
They put him in the overseer's captain's chair and tied him down after he's dead?
Yeah.
Coolio has a little line here where it says it looks like he tied himself to the chair. Yeah? How'd he do both hands?
Yeah. What it looks like really is that he delicately placed a rope atop his wrist.
That is what it looks like. Point being, if the captain had quarantined himself in a locked room, how'd he get there? These vampires can't get through closed doors.
That's like another great question is, now my question is, why would he tie himself down?
Great question as well.
What we could have just not included that, and it just would have been a dead guy in a chair.
You could have just not had the Halloween decoration at all in your movie, and it would have been better.
It's true. You could have just shown like some blood or a skull.
Or nothing.
Nothing's good too.
And then you have Coolio go, man, this is an empty ship for their supposed to be fucking 50 people on it.
Yeah, hey,
where'd everybody go? That's it.
That's it.
I don't need an answer. You don't give me any other ones.
Fuck. So yeah, fucking rubber gardening glove painted to look brown because that's what color you look like when you die, I guess.
Yeah.
Nah, this whole effect is just dog shit.
It sure is. Thank God it's once again the only dead body we see in the whole movie. So this is what you're really banking on for your buck here.
Yeah. You really shouldn't have spent all your money on that hallway.
No.
It's a pretty shitty fucking hallway.
On the dumb pipes in the hallway that do nothing.
Oh my God.
And also great floors. Why? Why are the floors grates? That
grates
way when you trip and
lights.
fall and you slice your hands open.
Oh, yeah.
Love space.
And then if you go through the grate, glass. Great.
Yeah, and then electricity under that.
Great.
Great. Mina and the professor have a conversation here where she doesn't like the fact that the ship smells bad. And the professor's response to that is condescending in a way that's supposed to be funny, but he doesn't tell any actual jokes. Instead, he says basically, stop being an emotional woman and use your brain like a man does.
Yeah, so that's
sweet.
That's the short and sweet of it. Yeah, he basically, the professor, useless character, useless.
No, he just sucks. He's actually like a liability in the way that he just cowers and does nothing.
He does absolutely nothing. All he does is wait for his opportunity to wave his brainy and veiny around. That's all. It's just fucking. All he's waiting to do. Like he even says, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make this ship go so that everybody's like, wow, the professor's not a lazy leg idiot.
Yeah, and if you don't believe me that I'm gonna make the ship go while I'm programming it, I'm gonna count down from 5.
Yeah, but let me
that
time
really
myself.
Does something.
God. Yeah, what does he say? He says something like he wants to, first of all, he refers to himself as her mentor in this situation.
I think that's got to be mutual.
Probably.
I think the person you're mentoring has to be like, fuck yeah, instead of thanks for the sexism.
Yeah. You're just, because you're older than me and in a chair. Yeah, all right.
And you have a penis.
So
even though it doesn't work.
He tells her she needs to rely as solely as possible on her intellect.
Right.
And trust, and don't trust your feelings because you're gonna worry.
Yeah, that's a woman's trouble.
What a fucking dickhead. And then he says something like, yeah, I'm just here I just want to fucking validate myself because everybody thinks I'm stupid because I'm in a wheelchair. I'm gonna show them I read books.
My hands still work. I can turn pages.
Fuck, I hate him so much.
Yeah, he should.
He's a big show off, but when it comes to like anything, he sure does let people close doors on him and leave him in rooms.
And all he does really is yell.
And like these are doors that he himself can reach the handle to and open.
Yeah.
It's not like they're high up.
For some reason, having legs that don't work makes you an upper body weakling, whereas in reality, it's the exact opposite.
Yeah.
It's the exact. If anybody, the two people who should be able to open doors on this fucking ship, okay, are Humvee and him. He's got to pick up his own legs and get them into bed every night. That's weightlifting.
Oh yeah, he's got to propel himself via his arms.
Yeah, quickly sometimes.
Have
you ever seen those dudes that play basketball? They're fucking jacked.
Oh yeah. They don't need to work out.
They look like prison inmates.
Yeah.
It's all upper, all chest and arms. Those don't rape me muscles, according to Kevin Hart. So the reason I asked him is it is the captain because he's got the same wood crucifix. He's clutching it. This body.
Yeah.
These people don't know what crucifixes are because apparently in the year 3000, God is banned.
Apparently crucifixes were outlawed. That's what they say.
And
why?
Then the guy was like, well, some people just didn't stop believing. It's like, yeah, religion exists. I don't know.
Surprise.
Also, why are they acting as if this is the only religion that exists?
Why are they acting as if they haven't heard it?
Nobody. But okay, and then that's a really fun thing because then Humvee says, "There, but for the grace of God, go I."
Oh, you mean exactly religion?
Yes, 100% precisely religion.
Religion?
So why'd you say that phrase, Humvee?
Yeah. What's God? Who's God? It doesn't matter. All right. Well, let me just say something that's basically out of the Bible.
Let me just fucking quote from Corinthians real quick.
Let me just quote some fucking book I made up. I don't know if this is from something, guys, but...
This is a weird coincidence for me.
God damn. Fucking... This shit movie. What is... Oh, yeah. This fucking professor also says... He says some shit. He says there's... don't be afraid. It's a spaceship, not a forest. Nothing's gonna bite you.
What the fuck does that mean, asshole?
It doesn't matter what it means. You set her up to get bit.
That's true, also.
How do you know?
You might as well have just said, I'll be back.
This fucking spaceship is teething with space Draculas. There's everything is gonna bite you.
Teething with them.
Teething.
Amazing.
Well, that's about that. Fucking...
Oh, yeah, Coolio fucking looks at the body and goes, that looks like Interstellar President Baker.
Who?
Exactly! Yeah,
What
that joke will sure land with the viewer, the person we've never met or know about.
Oh, you mean the fake person you've made up and not shown a picture of?
Yeah, let's all chuckle about how funny that joke you made is.
How about Coolio pulls out a cell phone and shows us a picture, just so we all get the joke?
How about Coolio pulls out a hologram because we're in year 3000?
Oh, that's too much.
That's too much money.
I'm sorry,
to spend.
We spent all our money on the hallway, Jay, and you fucking know. Whatever money didn't go toward the hallway went to the handful of fake blood that we give Coolio later.
Yeah.
And the rubber mask that this dead body's wearing.
That's right. And just in case you were wondering what Coolio's motivations were as previously stated, he pats the body down for weed.
Oh, he insists that they check it for illegal substances.
Sure does.
We get it. You like weed. We fucking get it. But it's a made-for-TV movie, and they're not allowed to say it, so they got to keep reminding you that weed exists. So, when they find this fucking body, the vice captain's like, "Don't touch it. This is a crime scene."
Yeah.
How do you know?
Who fucking cares?
People
also?
die all the time without crime
You're
happening.
scavengers. Who gives a fuck if it's a crime scene?
Yeah.
You're there to steal from dead people.
That's literally your job. Why are you surprised there's dead people on an abandoned ship?
That's exactly who you're there to steal from. They'd better be around.
Yeah, the captain gets real uppity all of a sudden about people touching dead bodies. I don't know why. We find out why later. I don't want to spoil it for you guys.
He's a puss.
Oh,
He's a big puss.
Nah, it's because she's a fucking robot cop.
Yeah, but he doesn't know that.
Did you see that coming?
But he doesn't fucking know that.
Yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't know that.
He has no idea about that.
Not even the robot cop fucking knows that until she's told later by the director, by the way.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah, it's not sexism because you're a robot. You're not a human, so we're allowed to say shit about your stupid tits.
Yeah, about your dumb tits and face.
All of a sudden, it becomes much more okay when you don't have feelings and you're not a person.
If it was that big of a deal that her giant tits and cute face and ass are a distraction, why'd you build her like that?
Why did you put skin on her, you know? It's a robot.
Stop fooling people with the robots. That's all I'm...
If you don't...
Have it look like the fucking iRobot at best.
If you don't want your robots full of cum...
Don't make them cummable.
I like what you said better than what I said.
What, don't give them a bum? Is that what you're...
Just don't make them look like that.
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah, why do they have... What's a robot need tits for?
It's not like that's where the windshield washer fluid is stored.
Let me tell you, I pull that shirt down and there's no nipples. I got questions.
Well, a lot of them. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's just so you know. By the way, this
woman's a fucking robot, and she's fucking Van Helsing, and he doesn't know. Which you think you'd find out the second you got in there, and it's whirring. The second that you go, I felt a gear. I felt a gear turn.
The second you slide it in there and it's dry as a bone and clamps down upon you.
I mean, it's mechanic, so it might be lubricated, but it's gonna smell like WD-40.
The second it's like one of those things they clip on a cow's udder to suck the milk out of, and she drains you of all your ball juice.
Fuck. Why does it sound like a turbine?
Why does it sound like those fucking little things you put your iPad in with the little dick sucking machine on it so you can watch porn and pretend like it's...
Why does it...
You know what I'm talking about.
Why does it sound like the fucking cooling pad I put my laptop on?
Why does it sound like a fucking vibrator?
At this point, I wrote down, you could get 15 million credits for this ship for no reason, and then Coolio's dude count up to this point is 4.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I think the captain's just like, yeah, I think we can get 50 million made-up dollars for this. But about that, you know, I've only took a look around at the dead body. You know how people love buying things with dead bodies in them?
Yeah, what's that dead body smell? Well, that's new ship.
Oh, boy, don't go in the room with the coffins. Because it's dead bodies.
Nah, it's desert in there. That's a desert wind. Because they're full of fucking sand for no reason.
Yeah, I thought
Why are they full of sand?
Oh, don't worry. I've got way more questions than that, Jay. We're coming up on it.
This movie is just questions.
Yeah.
All my notes are questions.
So, fucking power comes on because the professor's got shit going, I guess.
Yeah. And Van Helsing, I love that, okay, we get to see these video logs, and then, in case you're wondering if the characters have seen them or not, well, they haven't, because Van Helsing says, I'm sure the captain left a vid log. As if it changes anything that they haven't seen them in the first place.
Yeah,
because they don't even fucking watch them.
I mean, he watches just enough of one to get the fact that there's an old man, you know?
And then says it to who?
Keeps that shit to himself.
You're goddamn right.
I like that, you know, we can't have, like, you know, yeah, there's no God, but I'll tell you what, Humvee sure does refer to that dead body as Leatherface. Calls him Leatherface right to his face. What's God? But I know Leatherface.
Yeah, I've seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I've never read a Bible.
They all, oh my God, they call the crosses plus signs.
Yeah, they call them plus signs, dog.
Goddamn Coolio. Coolio's like, this guy was really into math. That explains it.
I thought it was a joke because of how stupid the statement was.
That it was. It had to have been because I laughed, and I only laugh at funny things.
Well, that's the problem. Yeah.
I only laugh at the funniest things.
Oh.
A metal plus sign. Right here I wrote, best part of the movie. Okay, this dude was into mathematics. That explains everything. And like the way I hear it in my head is fucking Ice-T on Special Victims Unit.
Yeah. You telling me... Oh, shit. This dude was into mathematics?
Fuck.
I don't give a fuck about Black Cheech and Chong discussing their weed tolerance while they traipse around the same hallway I've seen for the 4th time now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so another racism. Captain's like, why don't you two go look for things to steal?
So that if there's trouble, it's your problem.
Exactly. Why don't you two black gentlemen continue this B&E while we... safely go back to where the power has just come on.
We trust you to know what valuables are during a burglary.
I wrote the word loot. Just loot. Why don't you go loot?
Yeah. I don't like that Coolio chose weightlifting to explain weed tolerance as an analogy. Like you're talking to the man who knows what weights are the most out of everybody.
Yeah, but he obviously doesn't know what weeds are.
That's impossible. Look at him.
His eye.
Oh, that's a high?
Well, I mean...
That's a eye?
I don't know how you make your eye do that without just getting real fucking ripped or hitting your head on a doorknob in public school.
It's probably that.
I knew somebody in high school who hit their head on a doorknob in
so
public
specific it had to be real.
Yeah. Fucking I don't even like this movie's so stupid.
Yeah.
I believe at some point Humvee tells the vice captain to like shut the fuck up, and if you want to be heard, raise your hand.
Yeah.
To which she puts her pinky up as if she's giving the middle finger. And there's another time like, were they not allowed to give the middle finger?
Well, no, it's the year 3000. We've changed the finger.
Oh boy,
it's the pinky now.
Every 500 years we move down a finger.
Yeah. Otherwise, people get strained.
That's right. We've evolved to the point where the pinky is the most offensive.
Why, when the professor is there trying to hack the system so that they can take the ship back to Earth or whatever the fuck, they're going to tow it with their ship. That's what it is. And it's already on the way to Earth, so why don't you just let it go?
Hey.
Anyway, while the professor's hacking the system, for some reason, there's just a Soviet hammer and sickle on the screen.
Thanks.
Hey,
Thanks,
why?
Why? Why? Why's that? I thought maybe it's because their ship is called Mother, and I was like, oh, sure. No, but that's Germany, and Germany was the fatherland, right?
Sure.
I thought so.
I don't know.
Okay. Either way, why is this on this other screen then?
Great question.
There's also, I believe there's other hammers and sickles and other shit like that around. I think there's a Russian flag on the wall at some point. Where is Transylvania? Is it not nestled right up in there?
In the Soviet area? I mean, it's Eastern Bloc.
Look,
but you're talking about like Moldova and Romania and shit. I don't think they're specifically Soviet.
I'm picturing Transylvania, and I'm seeing a lot of black trees with no leaves on them, and like a very just one like
monolithic Gothic castles.
One big
the
one.
One of them though. Yeah.
And like that's it, right? There's one vampire. There he is.
I think the reason why they're countries is because they're no longer part of the Soviet Union. I think there was some kind of civil war issue or something. I don't know. Well, I don't know Eastern history.
No, I think what it was like Russia was like, we see you got those Draculas.
Can we have some, or
we
want none of them?
Yeah. It's either get rid of the Draculas or you're no longer in. Get out of here.
Leave. All right, you're not. Yeah, we're not opening the door.
Oh Christ. So yeah, they're fucking. I did enjoy the analogy of like the weightlifting. As to a weed tolerance. The more you lift weights, the stronger you get.
The reason I didn't like it is because he was explaining weightlifting to the man who does it like he was 5 years old.
Well, yeah.
You could have just been like, it's like lifting weights. You know how you lift heavier weights now because look at your arms. Yeah, I gotta smoke more weed. You didn't have to do a fucking paragraph where you explain what weightlifting is.
This whole movie is explained to you like a fucking 5-year-old.
That's true. Except for the parts that matter, like when the professor's trying to take control of the system and there's just a scrambler.
Oh yes. Oh shit.
What's that?
That pesky scrambler I didn't see before.
My eggs.
Oh.
I like them over hard. I don't.
Oh yeah, I'm here hitting all the knobs and buttons. It's control panel, just knobs and buttons.
And then fucking Van Helsing, because he knows so much as the captain of a ship, says, we'll unscramble it, and then just leaves in a huff. Good input, fuck face.
Oh my God.
And then Mina goes, this is the worst summer job ever. Bitch, you're in space. First of all, you're wrong, because you're in space. Secondly, how do you know it's summer?
That's a fucking great. Yeah, we
summer
left in,
where?
We left in July, but
it doesn't fucking matter.
There's no July in space.
You're in a different solar system.
That's how they get you.
You know how by the time you come back, yeah, it might be summer 10 years from now.
Fucking, you're at that solar system. They don't have space, or they don't have summer. They've got good.
They don't even have a sun here because there's Dracula.
Their summer is just fire and space monsters.
Their summer
That's
is
the season.
Slightly less ice.
It's just goo, space goo. So yeah, they come across. They're in they come to a fucking room full of coffins. I'm gonna tell you what. I come to a room full of coffins. I go, guys, the spaceship's full of coffins. There's nothing of value.
Hey, let's go.
And like, guys, they're old-timey coffins.
But here's the problem, though. Okay? They're glowing green, so it's psychedelic.
That's right.
Because Coolio says, ooh, psychedelic, because the lights are green in this room.
Are they? Because I didn't even see that. I thought he just thought the coffins were psychedelic because they're coffins.
Both of those options are fucking stupid.
What the fuck does what does Humvee say to him when he's like, oh, that's psychedelic? He says something. He says something fucking God, I love these two. There's this honestly.
I'm fine with that. That's the best part of the movie is these two.
Fucking.
I hate Humvee, but that's fine.
Coolio's like, they're psychedelic. Humvee says it ain't nothing but a bitch, is what it is.
The fuck does that mean?
Yeah. What conversation are you two having? Because it's two different ones.
Ain't nothing but a bitch.
And then I wrote here, sir, they already added pepper to the soup. We'll unpepper it. Sir, I already painted the car red. We'll unpaint it.
Unread it.
Sir, I like what you said better. Sir, your wife is pregnant. Abort that shit.
Fuck.
And then I absolutely wrote, sir, the eggs have already been scrambled.
I like mine sunny side up. This scrambler's a problem.
Put those eggs back together.
So Coolio's like, hey man, they used to smuggle drugs in coffins. I don't fucking where? At Auschwitz? And that's jewelry. That's gold teeth. Anyway, I really like that he walks 10 feet away and just finds a crowbar.
Oh boy.
Just on the floor.
Nothing says outer space like just a crowbar.
What is this, Half-Life?
You know how in space everything needs to be pried open.
What the fuck are you prying open in a spaceship?
The vacuum of space, man.
Cans of tuna.
Just wooden crates.
So he opens one of them and this idiot somehow cuts himself right away. You don't ever get to see the wound on the hand, though.
No.
You just get to see the fake blood drip out of it.
You basically get to see what looks like Coolio trying to contain a handful of fake blood within his hand.
Yeah. So he's like, I can't open any more, but let's open more. So here you go, Humvee, open more. And then Humvee goes, you want to see how I treat a dead body? Stomps right through the coffin.
Oh my God, does he ever?
This is how I open it. And this is also how I crush a skull.
Fuck. So there's sand in the coffins.
Yep.
Coolio's
Why?
like, ain't nothing but sand. And then, yeah, so he goes over and Humvee stomps on the coffin, and then fucking the navigator is there, and he's just like, what are you two up to?
Yeah, be respectful of the dead. Bitch, it's sand in here.
I just watched you stomp that coffin and said nothing until now. I could have stopped it, but I didn't.
No. I wanted to catch you in the act.
I wanted to see what you two gentlemen were up to. I thought I might. I was watching you and said nothing because I thought you might be up to something. Because I'm white and you're not.
Ugh. We left you alone for an extended period of time. That's dangerous.
Even though we told you two to go off alone, we regret it.
Yeah, I meant for 30 seconds. Fucking, you get to see Coolio's blood drip on the sand, ominously.
And then the sand vibrates.
Honestly, this is the only shot that I'm okay with, like in the whole movie, because it's like, that's kind of cool looking. You don't get to see that.
So here I am.
Yeah.
Here's your pal Matt being like, that's not sand, that's ashes.
Yep. No.
No, we never go back to that.
It's fucking sand, bro.
Not
only is it sand, for some reason, the blood dripping on the sand activates Dracula.
That's what I'm saying. Like the sand.
From where?
The sand vibrates. Is
from where? Asshole.
The space Draculas become sand.
He's like, oh no, it's the mummy. That's why it's Imhotep.
That's
what it is.
Of course.
It's the fucking mummy. Okay, you saw him in the chair earlier. Just like when they bust the coffin, the tomb open, and he pops out scarily in the mummy.
That's right. That's right.
And then the blood, that was like the dude reading from the book, and you woke his ass up. That's what happened.
Then you get the Rock's big fucking face in a sand cloud.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Still haven't seen the movie. Glad I haven't.
The second one, The Mummy Returns.
That's a weird way to pronounce that word. They said the mummy retards. the mummy is late for something. What?
He retards.
So Jay.
Yeah.
Why are there so many coffins full of sand? Why didn't they just write an explanation instead of just not? Because like I get it if he's trying to hide amongst the coffins, like these are all decoy coffins. I filled them full of sand, so they're weighted like there's a body in there.
Okay, that's what we're going with on that.
But like, why not just have one coffin?
Does Dracula even come from the coffin room when he shows up?
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
When Dracula shows up,
yeah,
a coffin the lid from a coffin explodes.
But he's not in it.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's just there after it happens, and then it happens again, and he's not there. Just the lid explodes off her coffin, and they're like, fucking Dracula, and then they go find him.
So the explanation as to why there are so many coffins is because Dracula wanted that many, as evidenced by the vidlog that Van Helsing watches, where the movie is just explained like a fucking travel brochure that, oh yeah, it's a pickup, and here's the coffins. Bye, mystery.
Yeah. Oh, you're on the airplane. Here's the in-flight film, but let me explain to you how we're gonna take off first.
Yeah. Here's the emergency exits. They're full of coffins.
Is it sand? We'll never tell.
Holy fuck.
So, yeah, he's like...
because who cares, I think is the answer you're looking for.
Okay,
because
that's fair.
Who cares?
That's fair, because if it would have been weird if it was just one old-timey coffin.
No, 28.
Yeah. Well, yes, but if had, it would have been... That's why they have the 28. Because having the one coffin, that just would have been fucking stupid.
Humvee would have stomped Dracula's head in 30 seconds.
Oh, that's right. I guess we're still going with the fact that they're going to pop open coffins and not just go, that's a coffin. There's probably a dead fucking body in there.
Yeah, because Humvee leaves and Coolio goes, okay, well, I'm going to keep opening coffins.
Yeah,
I've found the thing that my fucking autistic brain loves to do, and I'm just going to do this because it calms me.
Let's see what's behind coffin number 3.
This is what happens when I'm not high for a very long time, is I start thinking in patterns, and I really like familiarity and routine, so I'm going to start prying coffins open.
Fuck. Oh, my God.
You guys search the ship, I'll be prying coffins open.
Before he pries the coffins open, he's like, yeah, this is how they used to smuggle stuff back in the day.
That's what I mean.
And then...
How do you know that, Coolio? How many coffins have you opened?
Humvee's like, this is how they used to carry dead bodies back in the day.
It's also how they do it right fucking now. So what?
Apparently.
What's your point?
Apparently, like up until I forget when I said this movie came out, but up until then, coffins were very much Dracula coffins. We didn't get that classic round like casket until right after this movie, because apparently all they could afford were children's caskets.
That's so fucked.
And like, let's not pretend like they're not children's caskets.
That's what they are.
Well, like
you saw the size of the foot that went through them. That's like a size 13 foot. It took up half the fucking coffin lid.
And you saw how easily he stuck. Like, they're not building children's caskets with
You also
to
saw
last, you know, they're fucking children. Who cares?
You also saw that the only person that ever comes out of a coffin is one vampire. You only get to see her from the shoulders up because it's not one of these coffins.
That's right. And also, what's she doing in there?
Great question. And also, who's she?
She? The navigator.
Oh, good.
Yep. She gets attacked for a second and then is never mentioned again. And not one person sheds one fucking tear for her.
Oh, no.
Nobody goes, oh,
sorry,
Mina!
I meant who's the vampire in the coffin?
It is Mina. She gets attacked at some point, and then that's her.
Oh.
Yeah, because you know how all the other Draculas are in the coffins?
Well, I missed
like they
that.
aren't? Yeah,
because why did she look like she's from the Victorian era suddenly?
Yeah, why did she? Why did she all of the sudden?
Why did she put on makeup after dying?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? When you're dead, coroners put a lot of weird makeup on your face to make you look alive.
Yeah, where's the coroner on this ship?
Ejected out the space hatch. Right after the lipstick job.
Must be in a delete. You must have got the director's cut.
I must have. I definitely got the fucking French cut.
Well, listen, here's the thing. When it's just the fucking intro text and that's what's in French and the rest of the movie's in fucking English and so's the subtitles, who cares?
I like that.
I didn't have a choice.
I like that even the French were like, all right, make the text French.
And that's it.
Yeah, nobody's watching this. Don't voice it over. No.
Stupid.
None of that.
Stupid and dumb.
French people are going to see the intro and go, well, this is stupid and we're smarter than English people.
Here we go, man. Fast zoom triple take on the professor hearing a noise on the spaceship as if they don't make any.
Yup.
As if spaceships don't make noises constantly.
I mean, I don't know what noise is upon a spaceship, but there's certainly not screams.
Oh, tons of noises. You're going through the vacuum of space getting hit by small particles. There's going to be tings.
No, fair enough.
There'll be tons of tings.
Fair enough. Fucking, this stupid
This
fucking
spaceship
movie.
is also built like the boiler room of the Titanic. The whole spaceship.
Apparently this spaceship is reused from another movie that I've never seen or heard of.
What's the movie called? Shit movie?
Fucking diarrhea in space.
Shitty movie?
Fucking stupid gave me diarrhea movie.
They just leave the professor and his wheelchair next to the one thing he loves. A computer. I think, yeah, because they start hearing noises and screams and shit, and they start running to find out what the fuck it is, and they just close the door behind them, and he's in the room.
Yep. Oh.
That's my phone telling me the battery's low.
Oh. I thought that sound came out of me. Yeah, fucking. So we do get a vlog where he's like, oh man, the crew is really bummed out that we're picking up this thing from Transylvania. We left Transylvania with all, we don't know why they had to get these remains to another system.
Yeah, nobody knows what a vampire is, just in case. Hey guys, nobody knows what a vampire is. Hang on, quick cut. You don't know what a vampire is.
You've never heard of it.
Okay, reset.
Fucking, might as well reset the whole podcast.
Reset, yeah. Do a different movie.
So yeah, the fucking, I hate this film. Cause like, you're telling me, you're fucking sitting there and you're telling me, an adult, I don't care what time period you're in. I don't care. Your last name is Van Helsing and nobody.
Ever.
Not a single person has been like, huh. Vampires?
It's established that they're from Earth.
Yeah, it's not. No, just the opposite, Jay. No, he's from space.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
All the vampires are from Transylvania, the planet.
Ship's got to dock somewhere.
I gotta tell you what, the planet and the place on Earth, apparently the same fucking thing.
Sorry, I mean Van Helsing and these people are from Earth.
That's right, okay.
Where vampires are in stories.
Well, certainly there's a bunch of lore they fucking scroll through later.
What, did they just burn every book before $29.99?
They must have.
There's not been a single horny 14-year-old since 2012, apparently.
I mean, in the 1800s?
Yeah.
They took Dracula and they're like, fuck you, Dracula. Go to space.
Yeah.
And then Dracula had to go to this other planet where it's just him up there and he's just walking around being like, there's no blood up here.
And they're just making vampires and
That's the prequel to this
upset.
film.
Yeah.
Which, if there ever was one, I would have to kill myself. I'm sorry. There can't be.
No, yeah. In space.
So yeah, the fucking Van Helsing's like, what's Transylvania? Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry. You of all people should know exactly what Transylvania is.
Yeah, even if like,
And, okay. Nobody goes, oh, like on Earth? Where that place exists on Earth?
Yeah, where we came from? You know, like in the books?
Fuck.
Anyway, so yeah, out loud he's like, what's Transylvania? And I just wanted to hit him so bad.
Yeah, he deserves to be hit. They stumble upon Coolio in the coffin room after having gotten got.
Yeah.
That he has enough time to basically mumble nonsense, and then he passes out. Now, if there was any question as to whether or not he was dead, no, because they say he's out.
He not only is he out, but let's look at the bone sticking out of his leg. Say nothing about it though. Say nothing. Don't
say a damn thing.
Don't
about
mention
that bone.
the bone, but look at it. Look at the bone. The worst part of his fucking injury is his goddamn leg.
Oh yeah.
Visually, his leg.
I don't give a fuck about the 2 spider bites on your neck.
Oh my! How do we even notice that when there's a compound fracture?
Bone out. Foreign spaceship. God knows what kinds of fucking bacteria is in the coffin room with sand. There's all kinds of dust getting in there. Grains.
Fucking nah. We're just gonna be like, oh, he's unconscious and nothing else is wrong with him.
Good. Let's bring him over to the pool table to reset the bone in his leg. Here's a question for you, Matt. On this interstellar spaceship, how come there is 0 medical equipment? Not an IV bag, not a syringe, nothing to splint, no pills? No. We put him on the pool table for this surgery. Get the balls out of the way.
You raise a great question. It's like they didn't plan for any kind of injuries when this ship is nothing but corners.
And riddled with sharp things. And again, you're going onto derelict ships to steal things from people that probably are still there. Maybe grab an EpiPen.
How the fuck are you going into space with a crew and not one of you has CPR training?
No first aid kit.
Nah, just the professor. We're gonna have to set this leg, yank on it. Fucking pull that leg straight.
And I don't know why. The Humvee's squeamish?
Oh my god.
He just stepped in a coffin.
Yeah, he really did risk it, like putting just being ankle deep in some dude's head.
That's right.
Nah, I'm not gonna pull that leg straight though. He doesn't have to touch the bone, doesn't have to look. I'm not gonna touch that leg. I wrote
right here. Putting a leg bone back in place is a weird... refusing to put a leg bone back in place is a weird hill to die on for someone who just American history X'd a coffin 5 minutes ago.
It's a great point. I wrote, Coolio can't get his words out, but he manages to squeeze a femur out edgewise.
How the fuck are you smoking a cigarette on a spaceship?
Don't ask questions. We're pumping oxygen into this room. Let's have a bunch of open flames. What are you talking about? Open flames need oxygen.
Be sure to light that cigarette right near the oxygen vent.
Yeah. You know what? Hell, go down to the gasoline room and just take a dip.
I would be hard-pressed to believe that you could create a fire in a... anyway.
So, when the professor asks Coolio to straighten his leg out, for some reason, Coolio's like, leave it to the big black guy again, huh? Well, look at the professor. Dude's fucking...
He's gonna have to get a wheeling start to pull this leg hard enough.
He can barely see over the pool table.
He's like a 5-year-old.
His eyes are just up over top of it. That's all you see.
He's the son of a neglectful dad that brought him to the fucking...
the pool hall.
The hustler hall.
Fuck. It's like, when I give you this signal, we run like hell.
Van Helsing and Aurora go into the hallway alone and attempt to have a romantic moment by touching foreheads like 2 autistic fucking idiots. We gotta touch foreheads. We can't kiss.
We gotta do the Wesley Willis greeting.
Except it doesn't really quite land because who the fuck are they? Who are they? They've not had a single fucking interaction up to this point.
But here we are to believe that behind the scenes, this guy is just giving this bot the business.
He's getting oil slick deep on the daily.
Getting his balls lubricated.
Great.
Yeah, there's that. There's that. I'm still amazed that all we had to do was yank Coolio's leg, and that's that, huh?
Yeah.
And he's out here parkouring down the hallway.
Well, he's a vampire. He auto heals. He can't be shot either.
Sure. Yeah, this lady yanks his leg. His leg is still bent when she's done yanking it. BTW. She barely pulls on it, and that's medicine. Done.
That is.
But yeah, so they have their moments interrupted by the navigation girl, who her job seems to be just going from room to room telling people that the professor wants them.
Yeah. And interrupting things to be like, what do you think you're doing?
Because it would take him forever in his fucking wheelchair to get to these people.
You'd think you'd just hop on the headset and be like, hey, come into this room.
You think he'd just
the
shout?
Headsets that we were already using? Why don't I just use that?
Just yell. Everybody can hear you yell. We heard Coolio shout when he got attacked by a Dracula.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, guys!
As a matter of fact, in this movie, people don't hear each other unless they're yelling.
It's interesting. It's interesting how it's a big, empty spaceship.
I'll leave a room, right,
silence.
and talk at a normal volume. 10 feet away, you're not going to hear shit. But if I yell, you're going to know immediately.
Absolutely.
Good movie. Coolio has bites on his neck, and even in the year 3000, we don't know what vampires are enough not to recognize that, even though God is dead.
God is dead, and we don't, and so is Twilight.
Yes. That's right. We just collectively agreed to put that in the time capsule and leave it until 3001.
Yeah, they're trying to figure out what bit them. It's like, yeah, those are bite marks for sure. Those sure aren't like weird drug needle things. We all know Coolio's a weirdo.
It looks like two canines. And then Professor slow rolling his findings like a fucking asshole so that he could be like, I didn't even tell you they weren't human yet.
Yeah, ha 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 ha.
I do have value. I know how far apart incisors are in a person.
I sure do know how to stand up. Just kidding. That's where my knowledge ends. Triathlons? Never heard of them.
I won't try.
Athlon. Oh my god. So yeah, Coolio,
he's on the table and okay, he opens his eyes and there's they're studying him, right? And he's moving his head and they're reacting not at all to the fact that he's moving his head until he's done moistening his red contacts and opens his eyes. And then they're like, oh, he's awake.
Coolio.
They're looking right at him while he's fucking jostling around and they do nothing.
Coolio, when did you have time to put in those shitty Hot Topic fucking not even Hot Topic.
Spencer's
ordered off the internet.
Yeah.
Off a fucking
Temu.
Yeah.
Temu contacts, you fucking ass. What is this, Michael Jackson's Thriller?
It might as well be. Oh my god, I forgot. Same contacts, same look on his face.
The professor gets panicked and like tries to speed away, but the way they shot it was just his upper body flailing around because the bottom doesn't work, and a bunch of like quick cuts and shaky cam to make it seem like he's actually moving more than he is.
Fucking the second there's trouble, the professor's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, no wonder he gets left behind all the time. He's a flake.
Oh my god. You know what's really funny about, you bring up the Thriller music video?
Yeah.
When Coolio later on, because he grabs the gun from the captain, he does the Thriller dance move and grabs the gun.
Yeah.
And he even...
What a stupid scene that was. They literally let him walk up and take it.
Not only...
Because he counts his steps.
Not only does he fucking walk up and take it, he fucking gives it back to him, and he's like, why are you shooting me? I'm so annoyed that you're doing the gun thing.
Oh, yeah, he's like, shoot me again, and then he does, and then he's like, man, you're starting to annoy me. Because I did the fucking thing you asked?
Yeah, stop wasting bullets, because it really matters that we have bullets. I'm a vampire. Fuck.
I'm a vampire.
Yeah,
he might as well just say that.
He does.
Literally.
He literally says it a couple times because I don't think they got it. He's like, I'm a vampire. You know what being a vampire is all about?
Jumping great distances and one-liners, as it turns out.
Yeah, parkouring on the slanted floors in the hallway. Coolio, he wastes the perfect opportunity here. So he wakes up. This startles the fucking professor.
Yeah.
And then I think he throws Humvee or something across the room, and then he grabs the professor by his wheelchair and he's like, "See you on the flip side."
Oh.
And then just doesn't flip him out of his wheelchair at all and just rolls him. Rolls him across the room.
Yeah. What the fucking...
You set yourself up to toss a man out of a wheelchair And then you just do it. And then you go over to him when he's on the ground. And first of all, this man is paralyzed.
Yes, he is.
So where are we gonna pretend? Where are we gonna WWF style? Not even WWE, where I think they might have improved their style. WWF.
Yeah, old school.
It's like pretend to stomp on his lower half.
ECW.
And then
stomp on the one thing he can't feel.
Either this professor is the worst actor in the entire world.
Yeah.
Or he's
lying.
Or his acting is him pretending to act like he can feel his fucking legs and he's the best actor in the world.
That's
he's like
Inception.
He's
at
like,
that point.
oh my, that sure was smart if I could fucking feel that. I tell you what.
Fuck, that was smart. Oh man, that hurts probably.
Like I don't. He's either the best or the worst, and he's either trying to convince Coolio that he can feel it, and he's really getting him good.
Yeah.
Or he's the worst actor, and this is just what he's just trying his fucking best out there. While Coolio stands on his hip.
If Coolio is convinced that he can feel his legs suddenly, he must think that pushing him out of his chair actually did something to his spine beneficial. Oh, it helped.
Now that you're fixed.
Let's break you again. For some reason, becoming a vampire turns you into your worst impression of Shakespearean royalty. However, that imposed sophistication certainly doesn't stop Coolio from confessing to Aurora that he'd love to, and I quote, ejaculate all over your bazongas.
Coolio says some not chill stuff.
He follows that fucking line up with, and I quote again, or about how many times I stayed up late, high as a kite in a non-gravitational atmosphere while I stroked my anaconda and dreamed about your snow-white ass.
First of all,
why would you include non-gravitational atmosphere?
Because
for the STEM majors in the audience?
It's important to know that when you come in
it's like a snow globe.
Yeah, you do, like of all places you could have been stroking your anaconda.
Yeah.
And by the way, when he says anaconda, he fucking does a motion like he's got Japan penis.
That's right.
Look up Japan penis.
He strokes his anaconda as if the anaconda he could climb it.
He strokes the anaconda, yeah, like it's a fucking beanstalk.
Like it's the anaconda from Anaconda.
Like it's a literal anaconda, and he's trying not to get bit.
Yeah.
He fucking and his face when he says Snow White ass, Jay.
Snow White ass.
Oh, it's
I don't know
so
why
good.
his fucking voice increased 2 octaves when he became a vampire. Also,
because when you become a vampire, you become a little more slick.
Yeah, you stop being black.
No, you become
that's
more.
That's what happened.
No,
he's
got
like
a smooth talking. He's like flipping a coin under a streetlight kind of guy.
Pushes his fedora up. Evening.
Fucking anyway. Yeah. Honestly, right after he's like, I want to ejaculate on your bazongas, like I would have emailed HR.
Right away.
I'm sorry.
Right
I'm
away.
sorry. This is a
This
workplace.
woman just takes it. She takes it with, and this is why, like, the acting is so fucking bad that nobody reacts appropriately to anything. But she hears this horrible monologue about basically, I mean, it's not sexual assault if it stays in your head, but
it's definitely sexual harassment when you say it out loud.
The way. And then he starts counting his steps toward her, like, okay, if there was any question about whether or not a rape was going to occur, it is. You can tell from the way that it is.
Well, look, that's a pretty good clue. What literally comes out of his mouth, the first step he takes, is a really good indication that not good things are coming your way.
Yeah.
Because he says, 1, bet that pussy's sweeter than a honey bun. Now, hold on, because he's got about 5 more steps to take.
Hold on, because if you hear prison inmates talk about the best food in prison, the honey bun is what it is.
It's because it's really fucking good, and they
you
probably
put
get
peanut butter on it. You make a sandwich. Ask Ali Sadiq and Joey Diaz.
They probably get the same honey buns at their commissary that I get at the corner store.
Probably.
They're so good.
I'm sure they're delicious.
2, when I'm through, I'm going to pass you to the crew.
Implying that everybody else is down with this idea also.
And willing to have a turn and not be the first.
Sloppy seconds, dirty thirds.
Just unbelievably unsanitary fourths. Fifths where you get checked.
You definitely do get checked after 5. That's the magic number for STDs.
3, might as well get down on your knees.
That didn't even rhyme.
4, she says something, I don't know. She said 4, it didn't matter.
4, here's some bullets probably soon.
And then 5, none of y'all getting out alive.
Oh, I'm gonna leave you dead on the floor, I think is what she says.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
She's 3 threats too late on the rebuttal.
Sure is. You let him say some terrible things before you thought of something really stupid to say.
Yeah.
You're probably like, what rhymes with 4? Oh, shit.
I don't want to say I'm a whore. He'd like that.
Well, rhymes with 3. It's nothing. Take
I'm
another
gonna make
step
you drink
and I'll
my pee. See, we got to the same place. We just took different routes.
We sure did. And then this is where she just opens up fire on him, where she acts like the gun is ricocheting, and Coolio acts like he's getting shot because nothing fucking happens.
Nothing happens at all.
Nothing.
His pretending to get shot is pretty sporadic too. Like some of those bullets hit him and he does nothing, and then other times he like jerks a shoulder.
Yeah, some of those pretend bullets must be a higher caliber than the others. Also, like like the last thing you want to do is like when you're in like a vacuum.
Yeah.
Like in a tube, in let's say the vacuum of space.
Is it? Let me just guess real quick. Fire high-speed metal rounds just willy-nilly around in a way that they could penetrate metal?
Yeah, I think
they could poke holes in your spaceship?
I think that's a very poor fucking idea.
Thus immediately kill you. You see those billionaires on the submarine? Imagine that, but worse.
Yeah, it has to be worse.
It is.
There's no animals to clean up your guts. So you're just there. You don't rot. You're just there.
You freeze, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, if
absolute zero out there, you're fucked.
If Alien Romulus has taught us anything, you become a rock.
That is true. Yeah, shit.
So
she takes off running, and let me tell you, this running scene lasts forever.
So much running.
This scene of Aurora running down the same hallway at different angles 16 times.
Sped up with different trail effects.
And she's going nowhere at all. Sweet.
She had to turn around, run right back past the camera. Yeah, it's fucking stupid. And like, don't even, like, put up a poster in the hallway so it looks like it's a different hallway, you know? Like, try to make it look different.
Get a pinup girl in there.
Nah, just the same hallway.
Fine. The pipes are a different degrees Kelvin this time.
That's, yeah, ooh, there you go. Obviously a different hallway. So they really try to make him look like they're running fast because he's a vampire and he's supposed to have humans, like, better than human speed. And they do the same fucking effect they do in Twilight. They do the same fucking effect they do in every stupid vampire fucking movie.
Professor's like, what's he gonna do? And then Humvee's like, well, I think he's gonna kill her, but I believe he wants to titty fuck her first. Coolio didn't even mention doing that.
Yeah, Professor, this seems a little racist.
Right. There's a professor that says it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he wants to kill her. I believe he does want to titty fuck her first.
Yeah.
I am the professor.
Super sophisticated the way he said titty fuck.
Yeah. Christ. So fucking they're back to the coffin room.
Yeah, where Coolio does some unnecessary and OSHA violating gymnastics to get up. He, instead of just taking the fucking stairs, he walks up the guardrails. Why? To prove that he's a vampire?
Well, yeah, the second he becomes a vampire, he is like an animal. Because
stairs are my kryptonite. Yeah, animals never take stairs.
They never do. And they also never just fucking sit like a dog. Like, the second Dracula shows up, this guy's an obedient puppy.
Yeah.
Sits puts his hands down, sits on his hind legs like that. Fucking...
I don't like, do you wish to please me? And then Coolio's like, yes.
Oh, I wrote that down. Yeah. Because I was like, how are you not going to mention sucking his dick, dude?
And Dracula's motivation here is pretty unclear. All he wants is to kill everyone. That's it. That's all he says to Coolio is kill them all. Why?
Don't you want to do that? Don't you want the blood?
Aren't you thirsty, you idiot?
You fucking stupid idiot. Why don't you do that? You're Dracula.
Fucking Dracula?
This is his first day being a vampire. Let him figure it the fuck out.
God.
There's they cut in the navigator girl being like, "Oh, this is so wrong." When they're talking about titty fucking her.
Right.
She's not in the scene.
No.
She's not in the room.
That's right.
She's not anywhere near this scene.
Nope.
She's not even in the fucking movie. Let's be honest. She's barely in the film.
Barely in the fucking movie.
But yeah, they cut her in there, just being like, "That's wrong. This is so wrong, guys." She's not even in the scene. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
So Aurora locks herself in a room, and then Dracula shows up in the room anyway, even though it's locked. So, okay, the movie is now just established that Dracula can appear anywhere he wants at any time, which means why would a door stop him? Why wouldn't he just kill everybody while they slept? Or at any point in time throughout the movie. Why does he need help doing that?
Why does he need to fucking caress her left tit?
That's a great
so
question.
Good.
Yeah.
He might as well have pulled a fucking Spice World, Jay. Remember Spice World?
I remember that it exists.
In the movie Spice World,
yeah.
the Spice Girls pull over, I believe, to take a piss, where they find a UFO, and they go up to the aliens, and the aliens just honk on their tits. That's what they do. The aliens go up and they go, "Oh, yeah, boobs, of course. Honk, honk." Is what happens in that fucking movie. I was 7 years old, left to my own devices in that film. The fuck is this? You don't do that.
Honk, dude, because that's what you do.
I mean,
that's just what you do when there's tits.
They've only acclimated themselves to so much of our media. Like, they probably saw the wrong thing.
Now they want to know about the media.
I'm here for the milk ya. Because I'm gonna milk ya. I think this is
so pissed.
Yeah, there's so much running. Yeah, fucking. Oh yeah. Also, like, so when Dracula shows up, and this dude and Coolio's like, "Oh man, master, you summoned me."
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
No, you just walked in.
You happened to be in the same room he's in. That's what the fuck happened.
Unless he's doing it telekinetically, in which case, once again,
show us, prove it.
Right.
Show us the magic.
That's right. You don't get to just say things in your movie, and then I'm watching it, and I go, "Yeah, I guess."
Well, they said it, right?
Fuck me.
I can't prove it wrong. I didn't make the movie.
Ugh.
All right. So yeah, you might as well grab a tit. So then you see Dracula go to bite her.
Yeah.
And then flash to white, different scene now, different scene.
Right.
Hands are washed.
At this point, this is the scene where Mina gets got. And let me tell you, if you go out into the fucking hallway, right, when somebody goes, "Don't go out there, there's a Dracula out there," and you literally say, like a Goosebumps episode, "See nothing," you deserve everything you get.
There you go.
You deserve everything.
That's exactly what you had coming. The fact that you didn't turn to your side and look at the Dracula that's obviously right there.
Dumb bimbo. Also, yeah, he's 2 feet away. He just grabs her.
He's right there. You didn't hear his fucking old man wheezing.
His joints cracking.
Dude's been running around this spaceship for 50 years, and you didn't hear him out of shape just being like...
Dude, when he runs, it probably sounds like turning over an hourglass.
Oh, yeah.
It probably sounds like bubble wrap.
Yeah, I can't believe... It's hard to believe you didn't hear that. He's been sleeping for 50 years in that casket. You guys woke him up. There's no way he's just up and his joints are as lubricated as a freshly WD'd 40
Impossible.
440 joint.
Unless he made of fucking cobalt.
Christ.
And yep, Professor gets locked in the room again.
Yep.
Cool. Okay.
I think they also. So fucking yeah. Dracula gets the navigational girl and the door is slammed.
Yeah.
And all he can do is be like, "Leave her alone."
Yeah, that's it.
Leave her alone.
Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but really, really cruel to lock him into the room that has the comfiest chairs. He can't even enjoy them.
Is that why?
He can't even enjoy the chairs.
Is that why when they come back, he's on the ground? He's like, he's out
You know what?
He's out of his fucking wheelchair. He's like, "Well, I might as well."
Not even my own. How's that? Not even my own chair. No chairs.
This is the way it's gonna.
This is
fucking
essentially
be.
what you did to me.
Oh my god. Yeah, they come back to check on him, and I think he's just like on the floor for no reason.
He's like halfway hiding under a desk.
They see his like empty chair, and they're just like, "Well, that's that then." One. And then he's like, wait a minute.
Hang on, I'm just over here, guy. I fell.
And open the door. Thank God.
Who put this rock in the way of my wheel?
Fuck. Yeah, the professor. He has a gun, and he's just aiming it at the door.
Yeah.
And so when they come to check on him, he just opens fire.
Yeah,
What an asshole.
just around too. No, willy-nilly, no cares in the world.
Oh yeah, there's as far as I know, there's only one bad guy, and the rest are my friends. So what are the odds?
And then we get fucking Van Helsing and Humvee. They're in the hallway. They're protecting the hallway, the one singular hallway on this ship.
Yep.
And Aurora comes down the hallway, very, very obviously a woman, just not a human, but as far as they know, a human woman on their crew.
Hey, yeah.
And they fully open fire on her.
How about she's wearing the same fucking thing she was the last time you saw her?
She's got blonde hair.
Who could that possibly be?
Can't be Dracula. It's got tits.
It can't be Dracula. You recognize her visually. It's not even a dark hallway.
Nope.
She's not even far away.
She's got to duck around a corner and be like, it's me.
Fucking feet in front of you. There's no cape. There's no fucking uppity collar. There's no butt haircut.
Nothing.
It's
butt haircut.
You know the haircut.
Or
split down the middle on each side like a seagull's noose, like resting on the top of your fucking head.
Like an old Elizabethan bustier.
Yeah. Just like that. Anyway,
cone bra.
Why the fuck? Why shoot at her? Why?
So she comes back, and fucking Van Helsing is like, "Did you see him?" And she goes, "No, but I saw him." What the fuck is this Abbott and Costello? Who's on first bullshit routine I have to sit through in this movie? What the fuck is it? No, I saw him.
And then she keeps walking.
But
Excuse me.
So you saw him? No, I saw him. Did you see Dracula? You fucking slut.
You obviously know the him I'm talking about.
Oh, did you see Coolio or Dracula? All right? There's only two. Pick one.
Did you see Coolio? No, I saw a white. Okay. We're getting somewhere.
You could have just, that's all you had to say. Did you see him? Yes. Okay, so it's Dracula because you wouldn't see Coolio. It's dark in here.
Were you looking in a mirror? Well, then it wasn't Dracula. There's no way. Fuck. There was, again, no need for that. No need to be cryptic about who you saw. Who did you see?
I
saw somebody who wasn't Coolio because I don't think we know about Dracula yet.
I saw somebody who wasn't Coolio, but, well, okay. She at least does.
She does because he didn't bite her, guys.
So, I mean, like, here's the thing is fucking, how did Coolio become a vampire if Dracula's not here?
Make
some fucking contextual assumptions, guys.
Well, we don't know what vampires are. I think we ask about 10 times in this movie, what's a vampire?
My fucking brain. Then Coolio pokes his head out and goes, me, I said it already.
I done told you.
I've been telling you.
But then she leads us into the room with the professor, I think.
Yeah,
is that where we go? Because
he's pulled up a bunch of lore about vampires and Dracula and shit, all the way back
nerd.
And here's what's fucking super annoying to me is that Count Orlok, is from Nosferatu, which is from like 1926 or something like that.
Yep.
Don't you dare mention a good film in this film.
Don't you fucking dare.
Don't you smear the name of Nosferatu by knowing it is.
Don't you fucking... I didn't even think about that. Yeah, don't you drag Nosferatu into this and then not give us Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is this this middle-aged white man?
We got no Sferatu. Not a single one.
We're left fucking dry of Feratus.
Not a Ferratu in sight.
Are you kidding me?
Dracula. This fucking. Thanks again for telling me that we're in the Carpathian system. Who gives a fuck?
Did we Google? I think they literally were like, we need a solar system. They
Just
Googled it.
Yeah.
How about ours? No. It's supposed to be far away. Draculas are on a planet that doesn't exist.
And Count Orlok picked this ship because he knew that it was in contact with Earth. It came from Earth. So he picked this ship to get picked up by so that he could go to Earth that he somehow knows about all the way out in the Carpathian system because Dracula also understands year 3000 trade commerce, apparently.
He sure does. He's really read up on that on his fucking sand wasteland planet that apparently has nothing left on it but one Dracula. One Dracula on the whole planet.
And he's sick of it.
Now you're telling me that you got one Dracula. And all right, look, I'm gonna prematurely throw my book.
It's fine.
Not only
Yep.
that while they're looking up this Dracula lore, does the professor go, what if? Now I see your name in here. Look. Van Helsing, right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see it. They're talking about your family.
That's two, and they're very, very German names. Okay? And
Yeah.
it's two of them.
There's two.
The odds are astronomical that you're not related.
That's correct.
And then Van Helsing says, coincidence. And then the professor says, coincidence? And then Van Helsing says, coincidence.
In between that,
I don't know. I'm pretty sure this was an Oscar-nominated screenplay.
Absolutely. The professor has a little meltdown and says, what if Count Orlok is here because he knew that you were going to be here and he'll kill all of us to get to you?
Yeah.
No, coincidence.
Okay, but also,
coincidence.
that's the most unhinged, paranoid, schizophrenic shit I've ever heard. We
Is
weren't
it?
even in this system yesterday.
Is it?
A little bit.
Because at the end of the film, does he not go, I fucking knew you'd be here. I know all about the Van Helsings.
He
certainly does.
He also says, though, you're not one. You're just a guy I'm going to kill. He actually calls him dinner.
Yeah, because I
So,
thought...
yeah, he knew about him, but he wasn't worried about him.
Yeah, 'cause I figured he was like, I'm a fucking vampire, and you're so disconnected from your vampire hunting family that, well, I'm just going to turn you into a Capri Sun.
Well, I got... Mina's a Capri daughter.
So, fucking...
Humvee gets racist in this scene. A la blood-sucking is white people shit.
Oh, my God. Fucking Humvee.
Yeah.
Humvee's like, so this Count Orlok, is he a brother? And she's like, no, he's not a black man. So this blood-sucking stuff, that's white people shit, huh?
Mm-hmm. As if Haitians don't sacrifice for voodoo shit. Black people are blood-suckingest people on the planet.
I'm not gonna, you said it, not me. So this is, oh my God, this is, okay, again, I don't want to throw my book because I'm not getting up to get it.
Yeah.
Pretend I've thrown my book,
Slap
everybody.
it around. That's
fucking,
enough.
all right, come on in, fucking Tits McGee. Tell us all about this. Oh, well, guess what? I met a guy, his name's Count Orlok, and he comes from a planet called Transylvania.
You know
not
what,
the
motherfucker?
country. Not
the fucking country.
Not the country. It's important to note that not only is it not the country, but it is also a little bit the country.
And also, they knew what the country was.
Well, now, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you with my own fucking words.
Go ahead.
Now, this vampire, he comes from a planet called Transylvania. Now, let's look up a bunch of lore about Earth Transylvania. It's going to be the same. Oh, and it is.
It fucking
How?
is, guys. Yeah,
How
it sure
the
is.
fuck? Did you forget that you said it was a planet? Or did you forget that you said that it was Earth? What have you forgotten? Because it can't be both. It cannot be.
Surely you remember something.
you wrote the movie. Were you sucking the glass dick?
Oh, and it's like
Jesus.
5 minutes elapses between those two statements.
It sure does.
You forgot that shit in a hurry. Did you get hit on the head?
Oh my God. And a planet of vampires. Are you sure? How about this movie takes place on the fucking planet? That would make it so much more interesting.
So I wrote... be way better. Just have it on Earth. So I wrote, how the fuck does Aurora not have vampirism? Fucking 5 seconds before they ask it in the movie.
Sure do. Oh, let's tie her down, though. Tie her down. Yep. Humvee has never heard of vampires and needs it explained to him like a child.
Given his previous behavior around women, Humvee tying anybody up is a horrible sign.
Yeah. You should probably stop having him do those things.
Yeah. Stop normalizing abuse with him.
He's only getting better at it over time. So she explains to Humvee, vampires, it's like a man, but more evil. Thanks.
Misandry. She's
Thanks.
a feminist. She's a rad femme. I knew it.
Oh, Christ. She sure is, by the way. She fucking tempts Humvee with looking at her tits.
Yeah. Every single one of Aurora's lines in this movie is overdubbed. I don't know if you noticed that.
Well, she's a robot.
It's like she can't fucking talk, mushmouth.
Who cares? She's a robot.
Yeah.
And it's probably done for style. I bet they meant to do it.
Worst on the topic of overdubs. Stop lying dub in this. They voice over Van Helsing saying stop lying. You can tell with his face that he goes, stop lying. The overdub, stop lying! It's the loudest fucking thing. The loudest fucking stop lying ever.
Visually it was good, but the audio was crap. What we need
Piece
you to
of
do is shout the word lying
Yeah.
without actually shouting it, please.
Yeah. Like you're the Lion King.
The king of screaming.
The professor takes the longest, widest-mouthed pause between stop and I saw something there in the hallway with the open door.
Mm-hmm.
Stop! I saw something there. Did you come, dude?
I missed that part. I did miss that. What I got was this is the part where the professor's like, yo, so close by solar system, huh? I can fly this thing. I've only never this is
I can't even walk.
The captain's just like, what's the closest solar system we can get to? And he's like, oh, this one. And Jay,
Yeah.
like he thinks he's fucking Captain Picard,
Yeah.
he says, make it so. That's Star Trek.
Yes, it is.
That's what Captain Picard says anytime he wants an Earl Grey hot.
That's right.
Make it so.
He does say that.
Fuck.
Was not happy about it.
No. But so here's my next question. How about this?
Sure. I'm ready. Let's go. Pitch.
You telling me? You telling me? It's a lot of things you're telling me this
It's
episode.
crazy.
The closest solar system isn't the one with Earth in it. But we're gonna go to Earth anyway?
That's right.
What?
Well, you see,
Is there not blood on other solar systems?
Matt. I don't know. I'll tell you another thing I don't know, okay? Because according to the lore that they've been looking up, all of the Earth rules apply to Dracula here.
That's what I'm saying.
All the Earth rules apply to getting rid of vampires.
To space vampires. How are they not different from regular vampires? How? Oh, why is it Dracula? You couldn't come up with any other fucking vampire. How is Dracula on Earth and another planet?
I'll tell you why they did that, okay?
I almost don't want to know. I almost don't want to fucking know.
Because the filmmakers watched Nosferatu in college and learned a piece of trivia instead of how to make a movie. Is why.
Oh my god. I wish they would have taken one more goddamn class. One more class.
I guess we're a descendant of Van Helsing on the strength of a last name alone. And also, he must be being hunted by Dracula despite there being zero indication of that whatsoever. Like you said earlier, I just wanted to make sure everybody was clear on that.
Oh, God. Fucking Humvee wants to go back to the ship, and he's like, nah, I can't. Ship's gone. And then she's like, yeah, Dracula did that. Dracula did that with his fucking vampire powers, I'll tell you what.
Prove it, bitch.
Yeah, he's been doing this whole thing the whole time. Why doesn't he fucking do it then? If he can do it and he does it, do it.
Do it more.
Why do your powers only pertain to navigating spaceships, Dracula? Dracula from Halloween? Dracula from the 1800s? Why does your power only involve navigating ships and not charming people, not doing all the fucking vampire shit that vampires do? How come you just walk into a room without fucking asking for permission? There's a lot of fucking vampire rules.
Yeah.
One of them following.
Weirdly. Because everybody here except for the professor is capable of opening doors.
That's true, by the way. He keeps getting locked in rooms like a pussy.
So when Coolio shows up and knocks on the door, that's him needing to be let in.
You know what?
Because he has to convince Humvee that he's no longer a vampire. Humvee hasn't really seen him be a vampire yet, but why wouldn't you trust people's word?
All right.
And, just in case, he makes it racial. You know how they treat us brothers.
Yeah.
And then Humvee goes, you know what? You're fucking right. Come on in, Coolio.
You know what, Jay?
Dracula, however, does not need to be let in. He just gets in wherever he wants. Unless the movie doesn't want him to get in.
I really appreciate you stretching like the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh yeah,
for this logic.
Call me Mr. Fan-fucking-tastic over here because I'm stretching.
I
call me Goatsy.
I might. I like that logic. That's smart. Sure, I'm not gonna give them the credit. I'm gonna give Coolio the credit. Coolio thought of that shit.
He must have. That was his one contribution in the writers' room. He was like, "Hey, we got to be let in though."
Yeah, vampires now.
Yeah.
I don't
think there's no garlic in space, apparently.
I don't have a good Coolio voice, and to do one would just be racist. I'm sorry.
Even mine would be racist. He's much darker than me.
Coolio tells Humvee that he should have helped him find drugs, and none of this would have happened.
Yeah. If only you had gotten me high, asshole.
Yeah, if only I would have been left to fucking hit the glass bong in my weed room on Mother. If you would have left him there, he would have been on the ship. He could have brought the ship back.
That's a great point.
Coolio did nothing but slow you down this entire trip.
Well, just like he slows himself down with weed.
Well, he's gotta. He needs it.
He moves too fast.
Oh my god.
What annoys me about this is that pick a fucking side, Humvee. Humvee is like the worst political ally to have. We'll just flip sides anytime there's a decent argument. Because it's like, okay, I'm skeptical of Aurora. All right, well, she's saying some shit that I believe. All right, well, Coolio's banging on the door out there, and she's like, don't let him in because he's a fucking vampire. I'm not going to trust her on that one, despite the fact that she's fucking met Dracula.
For sure. I'd also, take your sweet, sweet time telling us you're not human.
Oh yeah,
you want to be untied?
Fucking ever, bro.
You've literally got the magic words to say to get untied, and what you do is choose to show off your stupid little knockers.
Yeah, your dumb tits.
Yeah, you want to fucking look at my body and see the bite marks that there are none, and you will gaze your eyes upon Lestat and Lestat's tits.
Lestat's tits.
Fucking cast your eyes.
Lestat's Latots.
Cast your eyes upon Latots. He's like, yeah, I'm not falling for that. Look, he's got you tied up. If he really wanted to, he's gonna take a look. He's Humvee. Look at him.
This is correct.
I
wrote hallway running and fight scene.
Yep, sure.
So that's what that is.
He tries to bite Humvee. He gets shot. Coolio has to once again explain that he's a vampire and bullets don't work on him.
Yeah.
I don't know what they didn't get about firing bullets into him the first time.
Yeah, and how it didn't work.
Yeah. So then he explains that the high from being a vampire is better than the high he gets from space weed. And this is where he says Comptonian weed.
Yes.
And it took me a second to realize what. It took me a second. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then I went.
Yeah.
Crossed my arms and just. All right.
Yeah. And then I wrote, they're from Comptonia. Giant scribbles. Just scribbles?
Yep.
And then Coolio just goes on about fucking, because he does. And then this sucks. Big letters on the sucks there.
Yep, he goes on about how he used to fuck Comptonian hoes until his nuts were swollen.
Yeah.
And then he grabs the gun using a Michael Jackson move, and you're telling these Michael Jackson moves, but you don't know what a fucking vampire is. You know these Michael Jackson moves, but you don't know half the shit that you should know.
That means they know what a werewolf is.
Yeah. Yep.
So you know what a werewolf is, but not a fucking vampire?
You know what
son of a bitch?
You know what a Michael Jackson is, but you
that dude changed color. That's not normal either.
The ultimate metamorphosis. So yeah.
He goes, shoot me again, and gets annoyed when Van Helsing just does what he asks. And then he gets pool sticked from the back, and that kills him right through center mass.
Yeah, so this whole scene of him handing back the gun and being like, I'm so annoyed you're shooting at me, is so that in the background you can watch the vice captain tell fucking Humvee to go do something. And then he just wanders off frame.
That's right.
And he comes back and skewers him.
Great.
That's the whole point of this awkward conversation that would never happen between any villain and any hero.
Ever.
The banter that they have to basically probably come up with on the spot.
They have to stand there and let happen to them while they film.
Yeah, it's all in service so that you might have in the background noticed that Humvee went and got a pool cue.
The upsetting part about that is that he had to riff, if he was riffing for that long, for him to get his fucking screen direction right. It could have been a 3-second scene.
It could have been. They could have just showed Humvee putting a pool cue through him because...
They could have just not tried to shoot him again because why bother?
Now, my next question, Jay.
Sure.
In this long...
Got a lot of
I got
them.
like 8 pages of questions here.
Yeah.
Why? And... No, sorry. Better yet, how?
Mm.
No, why? Why and
Both.
how?
Why and how?
Did a pool cue...
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, okay, sure. Like the vice captain told him to do it.
Yep.
How did she know that a wooden stake through the heart would be the thing to kill a vampire? Because I highly doubt Dracula told her that shit. I highly doubt was like, all right, listen, and by the way, if you want to kill us.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to...
Here's the 3 ways.
Yeah, listen. There's no fucking wood here. I'm going to guess happy accident, but why would you try knowing that bullets didn't work?
Great question. Yeah, let's try something less. Aurora gets untied even though she did nothing at all in this scene except for just not be killed. All she did was not die, so let's untie her.
Well,
we trust her now because Coolio's dead.
She explains that she's a Proteus 4, which is a...
What the fuck's that?
Oh, you don't know, Jay?
No. Everyone else in the movie does. I feel like I missed some dialogue here.
From what I understand.
The trick, though, is that I fucking didn't.
That's right. You're left to your own devices to figure out that she's a space cop.
Yeah.
And guess what? She's a fucking robot, too.
Yeah. And also,
on top of that,
Humvee hates her because she's 5'0".
Oh, yeah. And
the black guy doesn't like the police.
A black person would never get along with the police.
Now, Van Helsing is pretty quick to distrust this woman despite the fact that they've been fucking.
Yeah.
They've been fucking.
You think he would have noticed?
Do you guys just not talk?
Do you not feel her inner exoskeleton there?
Does she only do it when you're asleep?
Does she fucking sleep with her eyes open?
Well, then you'd get no sleep because the lights would be on.
Well, she's a robot.
Exactly. Lights in the eyes. Joke.
I really enjoyed when Humvee like walked over and was like, I should put a bullet in your hard drive. Yes, you should have. Yes, you should have. Yeah. So, just some just you know, whatever leg this fucking film had to stand on has been kicked out from underneath it now that we know that she's a robot, and that's why she's not a vampire, Jay.
The second that she reveals that she's a robot and Van Helsing doesn't immediately say, I already knew that, I knew it the second I felt levers in your twat.
Oh, I knew it. You had me change your pussy batteries.
It's like Archer. I found it in the sink. Pretty late in the game also to introduce a robot character. You know, in Alien, when it's right away, you know there's an android?
Yeah.
So that things can happen that are related to the android, and you go, oh, that's happening because it's an android.
Yeah.
Instead of, why the fuck is it happening? Oh,
it's an android, and now he's going to hint that he's fucked it 3 or 4 times. Leans into her as he's untying her. You could have told me you were automatic.
What the fuck does that mean?
Exactly. What the fuck does that mean?
So he says, I think what he meant to say, here's the problem. I think what he was supposed to say was an automaton. Because that's some old school, like, Isaac Asimov name for robots.
Yeah. Yep.
Except the people who wrote the movie don't know words.
They heard it and then they just assumed that it was.
What do you mean? As opposed to a manual?
It's like a parrot when a parrot hears something and it just repeats what it thinks back.
I thought you were a stick shift the whole time.
Nah, cause she's a girl, you see. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so she's a Proteus 4, Jay. You should have fucking known that, you idiot.
So they go back to the professor. Let's try to move this forward.
Fucking Captain Wheels.
And he's hiding like a pussy.
Sure is.
But and like I said before, okay, he explains that the vampire rules that apply on Earth apply here. So, stake to the heart is evidenced by the pool cue. Now, the only reason why that works is not because of any spiritualism, but because it's old wood. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's real old wood in these pool cues. How'd you get those on the ship?
Oh, because the spaceship's 50 years old. That would put it at 2,950. So in that 50 years, they've clearly done away with all trees.
Yeah.
So any wood is left in pool cues. That's
damn it. Wouldn't that make that a high value object?
You know what I really, honestly, super, super duper, like, just appreciate more than anything is the fact that this piece of shit professor waited until they were like, yeah, we killed him by stabbing him through the heart to be like, oh, yeah, so that's the way you do it.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I've known that for minutes.
Yeah, oh, yeah. And here's also 1,000 other facts that would have been useful 20 minutes ago.
Here's a fun one. One of the things that is still dangerous and deadly to vampires is sunlight. So their solution is to go to a system that has 2 suns.
Oh, yeah, you
overkill.
Get it. So you get it from both ends.
How about this? The sun is a star. Go to any star. Go to any fucking star in space. You're surrounded by them. I've seen exterior shots of the spaceship. There's one right over there. Make a left. Make a left and solve your problem immediately.
Make a left and pull the blinds open. Jesus Christ.
And it's not, okay? Because I had this thought in my head. It's like, okay, because it's Dracula shit and that's Earth shit, they mean only the solar system sun because we call it the sun. Nope! Because they're going to a system with 2 of them. So pick any.
How about this, Jay?
Yeah.
Where are the fucking windows on this spaceship?
Put them in front of any window. Because if you're getting light in the spaceship, guess what that's from? Stars, motherfucker.
Yeah.
So, any.
Sorry. No, my question is...
my point's still valid.
No, great point. There are no fucking windows!
Are there no windows?
At what point do they look out a window? And they go, look at that. No, they're sitting in a dirty fucking room with an electrical fuse box, and they're calling it the controls to the spaceship. In a dark room with so many stairs, the one man in a wheelchair has nowhere to fucking go.
They're in the TV room from VHS.
They fucking bring him into some other room where there's no windows, but they can lock him in.
Perfect. Well, he doesn't.
They're literally on a space submarine.
What's vitamin D gonna do for him?
Certainly not going to activate his knees.
You know what the D stands for? Disabled. He's got plenty of it.
It's better than whatever I was going to think of. So, hey, 13 hours till we hit the sun. What are we going to do when we get there? I guess fly into it. That's our only option.
We're gonna do the Cillian Murphy Sunshine thing. We're just gonna go straight. It's a suicide mission for Dracula. They go looking for more pool cues to use as stakes. Van Helsing finds one and breaks it over its knee like a completely breakable pool cue, like a prop in a movie.
Yep.
The way that it breaks like a Lego.
Yep. Absolutely. The way that it breaks like it's was already broken and glued together. Yeah.
Dumb robot shit that means nothing. There's no tension during this scene because it's like the music in the background while they're looking around the ship is like Where's Waldo music. It's like fucking Blue's Clues when you're following the footprints.
It might as well be a fucking like
Mr. Bean.
It might as well be a Kevin McDonald royalty-free junk. Some like fucking
holy fuck
circus monkeys do 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 do.
Mr. Magoo precariously on a steel girder in the air.
Oh shit.
Calls the fucking who does that?
We go to the fucking coffin room.
Yes. Questioning his humanity for no reason. And then Van Helsing calls the computer a bitch.
Sure, because he doesn't understand it.
Because they're having an argument about the fact that when he found out she was a robot, aka not a person, he went, I don't think I want to fuck it anymore. And somehow she's offended. She's like, well, what was all that? And well, I thought it was flesh. So
I thought we were procreating.
So like that's how quick he is to drop her. Okay, if we're gonna have sympathy for her as an android, that was essentially programmed to be a good girlfriend, why is she the bitch?
It's a great question.
She's got attitude with you after you dumped me. What do you expect?
Great question. Fucking.
So their on-screen chemistry is nothing.
Nobody's on-screen chemistry is anything.
There's not a scientist in sight, despite the professor.
Barely a scientist. Gets a cut on his face. He's like, don't you do anything. Don't touch me. Don't sew that up.
So when they're breaking open all these coffins, where's Dracula?
Well, here's the thing. Why are we looking for Dracula in the coffins?
And again, I wrote right here, where's Dracula? Because where's Dracula been all movie?
Skulking.
You get a clip of him slow motion running in a hallway. Nothing happens.
Nothing.
Where did he go? Where was he coming from? Cotton Eye?
He's on the other end of the whole place. He's just doing his own thing.
Running. He's practicing. He's getting his cardio up.
Exactly.
For the chase scene that doesn't happen.
Why would he be in the coffins, Jay? Why is our idea to go open coffins?
Because that's where because they would have no way of knowing that Dracula sleeps in one. Because they don't know what Dracula is.
Right. And as well, I'm not going to hide in the fucking coffins, all right?
Yeah.
On this huge spaceship, you think I'm going to hide in the coffins?
When I play hide and seek, I hide right under the I'm here sign.
Yeah, I just tuck myself into bed, is what I do. I tuck myself under the covers and nobody can see me.
Yeah, I hide right where you'll find me.
Yeah. I go back right where I came from, is if you want to fucking look for me.
Oh my god. Let's take a quick break for the professor to be repeatedly defeatist about his wheelchair. Immediately, I can't do anything and we're all gonna die, and I'm in a wheelchair. I'm in a wheelchair for all of it.
Why did you even come?
How did you even come?
Do you even come? So yeah, fucking, they're just talking about fucking robots and opening coffins, looking for Orlock.
Yeah. And then there's a woman in the coffin, so we stab her with the pool stick.
Yeah,
I didn't know that was Mina.
They open one.
Fooled me.
They do like 5 to 6 shots of her fucking face, Jay.
Yeah, they do, and it's all just face because she's not in the same coffin they just opened.
Nope, and it's all as if
she's in one that fits an adult.
And they did that all as if this was a big dramatic reveal, as if we didn't assume she was a vampire by the way she got attacked by a vampire.
And was in a coffin, and the second she opens her mouth, there's teeth.
And just like vampire, even like earlier in the fucking film, earlier in the goddamn film, the fucking vice captain's like, yeah, I'm assuming when people get bit, they turn into vampires. So why would it be a fucking dramatic reveal? She's a fucking vampire.
Here's why, okay? In order for this movie to work, you have to treat every scene like it exists in a vacuum of space.
Okay.
Because that's what we're in.
Okay.
So what happened before and what happens next doesn't matter.
Okay.
To what's happening right now.
Oh, perfect. Yes. Okay, good.
Just like when Dracula shows the fuck up and then Van Helsing goes, I'm Van Helsing.
You might remember me from nothing.
Killing your family?
Killing not your family because you're from a different
true.
planet.
That's also true. But no,
completely...
as it turns out, the legend of Van Helsing and Dracula is a universal.
That's right.
Even though everybody else on this ship has never fucking heard of either.
Yeah, it's universally known by the other Dracula. Apparently there's 2.
So they circle each other for a long time so that Dracula could tell his fucking life story to somebody who's just meeting him for the first time like it matters. Because it doesn't fucking matter. Because the things in this movie are in service of the viewer and not the characters in the movie. They might as well not exist. Just show me a David Attenborough documentary then. Just tell me what the lions are doing.
I'm more interested, for sure. I also want to point out that every vampire is a bad vampire. You're telling me Mina did not foresee a pool cue being shoved into her body when people loomed over top of her and said, just do it.
Yep.
Okay.
Plenty of time to defend yourself from the singular object.
Yep, the one object that's going in one direction. While they argue over who's going to stab you, get up. Nope, okay.
So Aurora goes back to wherever Humvee's at and tries to get in, and Humvee won't let her in because he doesn't believe she's not a vampire, even though we just had this fucking conversation.
Just. Like, one scene, not even 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
Not even. But it's okay. It's okay that he doesn't trust her because give it another 2 minutes. I think things are going to turn around.
Yeah, because that's how long it takes to change this. He's got to have brain damage. That's why the eye, dude. That's why his eyes like that.
That's why he was chosen to play the character.
That's why everything's racial with him. He fucking sticks on one subject, and all it takes is to convince him is to be like, "Come on, man." And he goes, you know what? You're right. I hadn't thought of it like that.
Absolutely. I hadn't looked at it from that angle.
Holy fuck. Hallway running. Yeah, nobody ever seals doors when they close them. They just seal themselves. Suddenly, a trust Aurora again now that he's outside. That's what happened. He went outside and suddenly was like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah.
This is different. I don't know.
Yep. Oh, boy. Different. I can see, again, still you are the same robot. What's changed?
Yep. During the fight scene with Dracula and Van Helsing, we see Van Helsing will get attacked, and then it cuts away before we know what happens to him, so we don't get to know what happens to him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The professor shows up. How'd he get out?
Wheeled, I guess.
There was a door.
Yep. Famously, he hasn't been able to open them since, so he must have learned. He must have read up on the door lore.
Yeah, that's the key to being successfully intelligent is you're always learning.
Yeah, he can only learn too, by the way, if it's presented to him on a tiny little fucking screen.
Also, if we're not watching him do it.
Yeah. yeah. That's another important stipulation in his knowledge is that he can only do it like the invisible boy from Mystery Men, like when nobody's looking.
Dracula's just out and about, so that calls into question what happened to Van Helsing. We just don't get to know. Dracula's just nearby.
Well, anybody with I don't know, 1, 2, let's say 3 brain cells.
Yeah.
Knows exactly what happened because this is a bad movie, and they didn't do anything creative. So what you think happens?
I just write from experience with better things.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's do it like this. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So we see Dracula.
Yeah.
We do not see the captain.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we know for sure that he didn't just not kill him and walk away.
Do we? Because that's what happened to Aurora.
Yeah, because she's a robot.
We didn't know that then, though, either.
Yeah, but I feel like there would have been a pretty decent 10 minutes where the captain could have been like, me too.
Yeah, but it wouldn't in this movie.
No,
it would just be a fucking stupid surprise at a dumb time when it matters no longer.
But we're all out of surprises, Jay. We're all there's only one twist left, and it's the twist of a dick. I'll tell you that. It's a fucking dirty hand job in a spaceship headed toward the sun.
Great. It's like a rough, too much pressure hand job from Aurora because she can't control. She's got no feeling in her robot hands. How's she gonna know when she's squeezing too tight?
Exactly.
And then suddenly you're a bobbit, just like then we come full circle.
We do not. Well, he doesn't. It's ripped off.
Now, when Dracula shows up and talks to the professor, the professor agrees to become a vampire.
Oh my God.
Based solely on the fact that Dracula told him to walk.
He basically
he says, come and walk with me for all eternity.
He promises him so much.
And the professor says, walk?
Say no more, fam.
There's this and I'm sure you've seen it. I'm going to tell it anyway. But it's a joke about an autistic person at Auschwitz. Did you say train?
Oh, Christ. Yeah. Oh, my God. This fucking scene did not need to be in the movie, Jay. It did not.
I'll tell you what's...
What? Tell me what, because I'll tell you what.
It didn't.
Fucking,
you could have just left him alone.
We didn't need to see Dracula reaching his hand out to this wheelchair-bound man and being like, if you fucking come with me,
yeah,
I will make it so you can walk.
Yeah.
And then for one singular little sound to distract Dracula, I'd be like, oh, sorry.
Gotta go.
And then the fucking tear rolls down the professor's cheek. And he just sits there and he's like, what?
Like the Native American in the pollution commercial.
It is exactly like that.
With the zoom in and everything.
Oh my God.
Holy fuck. I love that the next time we see Van Helsing, he's a vampire and he immediately gets killed.
Yep.
There's no tension in this. There's no drama whatsoever. He's a vampire, then he's fucking dead. That's it. Your main character gone. Movie.
Boom. You thought he was a Van Helsing? Turned out he fucking changed his name because he thought it sounded cool. All of his Van Helsing instincts for shit.
His first name's actually Dan.
Dan Helsung.
Dan.
You guys have been pronouncing it wrong this whole
Dan
time.
Helping.
Helping nothing. So then we fucking happen upon the professor who's just slumped in his chair. What's new?
Yeah.
About all he's good for.
He's just sad about not being able to walk.
Locked in a room, slumped over.
Holy
And then
shit.
they just walk up and stab him in the back of the neck.
Yeah.
No reason.
Literally no reason.
Literally,
And
absolutely no fucking reason.
if you think either of us are being facetious about that, fucking Humvee goes, "How did you know he's a vampire?" To which she responds, "I didn't."
I was just sick.
Of this fucking cripple on my ship.
Oh my god. You know what? This whole fucking film would have been improved had, like, there just been a recording of Samuel L. Jackson being like, I am tired of these motherfucking Draculas on this motherfucking spaceship.
He could have just said plane. It's a kind of one.
It is. He literally just sort of, come on, Cobra Starship. And just, that's it. End of scene.
Holy fuck.
Well.
What did I... Oh, yeah.
No,
okay.
don't.
Hey,
just
here's
end
some
the-
more for you.
No.
Just in case you thought it was done. This is the best. This is when the movie becomes the best movie ever.
The peak of the film is right here at the end.
Dracula chasing them into this control room, okay? And then they go to close the door behind them, and he gets his arm in there. And then Humvee, now with the robot, you'd think she would be stronger, you know, with the machines and metal.
You would think.
But it takes Humvee coming over to slam the door on his arm, cutting it off. And then we get a shot of Dracula. I'm sorry. The actor who plays Dracula in this movie, wide mouth screaming into the camera lens like he's asking me for help. Also,
It's like, how could you let this happen? You were watching the whole time.
why didn't you pause it? Also, you're telling me Dracula, Coolio can get shot 20 times, but Dracula, the second that you apply some pressure, he sheds his arm like a fucking crab that's threatened.
It's like a fucking gecko getting plucked up by a bird.
All right, bye, arm.
Oh, this is what's causing me trouble? I'll just grow another one.
And then we don't see Dracula again.
Nope.
He's gone from the movie.
Well, there's only 6 minutes left, Jay. What the fuck else could happen in this?
Well, suddenly, Humvee, while saying he doesn't know how to fly the spaceship, starts flying the spaceship. Starts plotting trajectories and fucking paths. And the whole time, I don't know how to do this. Perfect, I did it. And then Aurora goes, now, before I was a police officer, I had an even older profession. And it was that of a fuckbot. A good-looking, fucking, slutty, fuck me bot. So since we got all the time in the world before we get to the sun, why don't we spend some of that time inside of each other?
Fucking meanwhile, Humvee is weeping. He's like, a fuckbot? I could never afford a fuckbot.
How the
This is
fuck
so
he
sad.
starts crying about it?
Weeping that he could never fuck a robot because he never had.
Not the time to indenture us emotionally to a character.
No.
The end of the movie?
No,
Especially
no.
when the character that who earlier in this film said, I'm never going to get laid on this ship. Singular motivation. That's why he's crying. He finally gets to get his balls unblued. He's been sitting here with swollen nuts, bursting at the seams nuts, because nobody wants to get thrown around by a chimpanzee.
And like, Jay, I'm not even going to correct you because he picks her up and he throws her over his shoulder and they march off. They
like
march.
King fucking Kong.
Like, I think after this, like, throws her over his shoulder and just after the scene, like, he walks out and they're like, nine, cut. Nope. No, hey, where are you going? And then a door slams and
then the ship self-destructs anyway. End of the movie.
Yep.
And just like that.
Yup.
Look at how big I wrote what.
Not even at the sun. End is what I wrote. This
Turns out you had to do nothing at all. It would have solved itself.
The ship just needed to get within the sun's view, you know?
Oh.
Maybe it's a little tiny sun. It's a real tiny sun close up.
No, Matt. It was the self-destruct sequence that the captain of the ship set, as per the video log.
Oh. Well.
You know, the one he set before he died? Before anyone in the movie showed up?
I'm just gonna do something really quick.
Before the movie even began?
I hate it. Boy, oh boy. This movie's really struggling to stay above water here with this 1. I'm giving it. It gets a 1 because you know what? It was film. Some again, somebody hit record on the button and god damn, a movie happened.
Dracula 3000 gets a 2 from me.
A 2.
Coolio.
Yeah, that was the 1.
That's right.
Yeah,
He
those
gets 2 points.
the banter between Humvee
Because he was technically 2 characters. You
All
have
right.
him, Coolio, and you have Vampire Coolio, which apparently is trying out for Hamlet next week.
yeah, there's something about like getting bit by an old timey monster that gives you that
No British
Shakespearean-
accent, but the cadence of someone with a British accent.
Boy, oh boy, it's like we're watching what's that new Marvel movie?
Who gives a fuck?
Morbius.
Pretty
sure-
it's Morbin time.
Fucking Thor as well. I think Thor does that as well.
Yeah, I think the Hemsworths are from there, but I could be. They might be wrong.
You talking about Valhalla?
Ugh.
Christ. No, the Hemsworths are from Australia. Come on.
That's just worse British.
It is. It's criminal British.
Yeah, that's right. 2 and a 1. Eh?
2 and
So
a 1.
I have for
Pooh
you.
film.
I have 4 films for you.
Okay.
Pretty even split down the middle as to quality here. We got some great, and we got some Dracula 3000s.
I deserve it.
Now I'm pretty happy with these themes though. So for the first one we have Interstellar Travel Dangers.
Okay.
We have Thank God for the Robot.
All right.
We have Derelict Vessel.
Okay.
We have Misrepresentation of Black Culture.
Boy, oh boy. So you got 2 aliens and 2 Jason X's there. Like those 2 movies fall within most of those categories.
That's right.
However, I'm sure you didn't just put them twice.
How could I?
Exactly. One more time. Give me them again.
Interstellar Travel Dangers.
Okay.
Thank God for the Robot.
Okay.
Derelict Vessel.
Okay.
Misrepresentation of Black Culture.
Okay. Damn. I think, oh man, there's 2 are really speaking to me right now.
I'll tell you right now, there's not a vampire in sight.
That's probably for the best. Because I really don't think we should do another vampire movie because we've already done the best one.
That's right.
The best one.
We can't do any more.
But I do like the idea of space travel.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with the dangers of space travel.
Okay.
However, thank God for the Robot. Very, very tempting.
Well, you chose Alien. So you were
Okay.
right. There is no Jason X on here, but you did choose Alien.
Interesting, because I thought Thank God for the Robot would be Jason X, as they have the android with the machine guns.
I forget about that one.
Oh, she's in.
See, it's been so long since I've seen it.
She's a fuckbot.
Ah.
And her nipples fall off.
I also put Austin Powers on here.
You might as well have.
So, you chose Alien.
Good.
Thank God for the Robot was actually Megan.
Okay.
Which
cool.
I haven't seen,
Me
but
either.
I've heard good things about.
I'm in.
For Derelict Vessel was Ghost Ship.
Hey.
Classic Emily Brown
Classic.
right in there.
Yeah.
And for Misrepresentation of Black Culture, which I'm so happy you did not pick. It was Leprechaun Back to the Hood.
Yeah. Yep. That makes sense. It was either that or it was like the Hip Hop Witch. What's that movie with Eminem? Or it's like supposed to be a stupid documentary.
I seen that clip. I thought he was just talking about Left 4 Dead.
No, dude, it's something the Hip Hop Witch, and it's a bunch of rappers, like basically talking about the Blair Witch, but it's a hip hop witch.
I'm pretty sure Eminem was on a great deal of Ambien during that time period.
Ambience.
And Xanax and Valium and Klonopin and Adderall.
He's an angry guy. You got to keep him focused and calm.
My favorite thing about Eminem is that when he was deep into his drug shit right after Proof died, he when he ate, okay, he would just make a pound of ground beef and a block of cheese and just put that together with nachos and eat the whole thing.
That's actually so good, and I eat that a lot.
You're on a different level.
I would hope so.
In your head.
I am not trying to be on that level. I'm just eating a lot of nachos these days.
Yeah, well, they're delicious. They can't be blamed.
They fucking are.
Grindhouse Movie Club, everybody. Better movie next week.
See you then.
Eat some nachos.
Fuck this stupid movie.
Dude, I fucking hated this. You know what I hated is that I spent an evening watching it.